Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other, leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, Teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
We are the home of Milwaukee Black Talk. 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. The place for the realest conversations.
I appreciate United Garden Homes for stopping through with a check for $2,000.
Yes.
Some people came through anonymously.
Yes.
Dropped off money. The family has received those funds. And whatever you can do, if everybody do a little, nobody has to do a lot.
The movement continues.
What are some of the conditions in the jail that got people upset, like the living conditions on a day-to-day basis?
We'll come out our cell at 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll get food and we'll get medication. So that shortens the time. Out of those 2 hours, we'll probably get an hour out, and then we'll have to lock back down. And by lock back down, I mean we staying in our cell. We get fed in our cells. We don't come out our cell at all, and that's pretty much the biggest problem. And they simply say that they're short-staffed, but that's not enough because they knew that they were going to be short-staffed. Like, this has been a problem for over 2 years now.
The marathon continues.
There's never been a better time to make change in the city of Milwaukee, starting with the youth. And we talked about the housing. Willie Hines, y'all boy Willie Hines, and they trying to change the leadership over there. We got our hands full, and it's not the time. But we got attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the lines right now, calling from the courthouse. How you doing, attorney B. Ivy Lamar?
Hey, what's going on, Tory? I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Joining me on the line, Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing, brother, Dr. Umar Johnson?
Peace and Pan-Africanism, good brother, Black Power, to all my brothers and sisters in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Green Bay, Racine, and across the state of Wisconsin.
Yo, peace, King. I'm going to stand with you and walk with you, brother.
God bless you.
Because I think it's an important thing, what you're doing, and you need to have the support of the community. Regardless if we live in these areas or not, it all affects us in one way or shape or form.
It's time for that action and all the smoke. This is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award-winning Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
Man, best show in the world, bro. You got the best show in the world. Hope you know that, man.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Big up to you both. Thank you so much. Tory, you spoke to my kids. Liz, you did too. But you spoke to my kids, and when I tell you both that they was talking about what we did earlier that morning all day, that's literally what they was doing. They was talking about it all day. My son was just hollering,
Awesome.
where's Tory? Like,
I wanted to make sure that I let you know that to hear a person and have a person like you in this community, the way that you are selfless, the way that you give, even when your cup is not even full, you are filling other people's cup. And that just inspires me to make sure that I help you the best way that I can by doing my part.
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm, stay focused.
Now, live from the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is the king of talk radio, Tory Lowe.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth, from 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
your cousin sub of the day. I am a club sub, the legendary Home of Blow, sponsored by Cousin Subs. Tory Lowe will return on tomorrow afternoon for the 101.7 award-winning show, The Tory Lowe Show, here inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. I want to say great afternoon to everyone. I want to say great afternoon to the producer, our producer, Andrew. Great afternoon. How are you doing and feeling on this afternoon?
I am doing and feeling beautiful, Homer.
All right. I'm glad that you doing good. The feeling, I'm glad the feeling isn't a look. So you could feel beautiful.
I feel beautiful. I look handsome.
Okay. All right. I cannot deny and say that I'm going to say, yeah, he's right. No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It is not going to happen. Hi, how are you? Of course, people who are getting lunch, I'm waving at babies and women and men. Hey, how y'all doing? So, Truth Nation, on yesterday, I was able to show you the image of the Legacy Award that was presented to me by the Urban Learning Collaborative on Saturday, October 18th, 2025, at the St. Kate, the Arts Hotel, in the Simone Ballroom. So I had to show you a picture because I had it with me, but I didn't bring it in. And once I'm in on the clock, I don't get to run back out to my vehicle to say, hey, hold on, can I punch out for a minute and let me do this? So hashtag that part. So I was able to bring it in today, and those of you who are watching us on YouTube and on Facebook Live and X, you are able to see it. It is a very, very heavy award. But now you can kind of see it in person. I'm trying to make sure that it doesn't spill out. So hashtag that part, hashtag facts. This is it. This is the Urban Learning Collaborative Legacy Award for 2025, presented to yours truly, the legendary Home of Blow. It's heavy. This is a heavy piece of merchandise right here. So that means that it means even more, you know what I'm saying? So, again, there was no half-stepping to what they did, and I appreciate it. So, yeah, crystal clear. Yep. After shout out to Rhea Riley, who ended up wanting to hold it, and shout out to Brother Z, who ended up giving me a cloth to get the smudge prints off after she was like, this is great. And I'm sorry, I got her fingerprints all over it. Yep. So if anything happens to me, Rhea Riley did it. Her fingerprints are on the Legacy Award. Troop Nation, let me say great afternoon. I definitely, Brother Z, I gave you your props, man. Thank you very much, man. Listen, he was like, he saw it. He saw the assault on the award. He was like,
he gave him a clue.
Yeah.
Rhea Riley with the Legacy Award in the diner.
Yeah, and there it is. I need to thank that cloth. That cloth was able to make sure that when I showed it to Truth Nation, yeah, there it is. There is the cloth that made the difference. So thank you, Brother Z. And yeah. So let me say some great afternoons before we get into some of the things that we are going to talk about on this afternoon. Again, first of all, Truth Nation, I love you. I appreciate you. Remember the Truth Talk text line, 833-212-1017. SE, great afternoon. Love you, appreciate you. Ariane Kawanda, great afternoon. I love you, I appreciate you. Dr. Clarissa Lawrence, great afternoon. I love you, I appreciate you. Not really a city girl, great afternoon. I love you, I appreciate you. Sylvia Coleman, great afternoon. I love you, I appreciate you. Sister Lorena Star Marie, great afternoon. I love you, I appreciate you. Willie Jones, great afternoon. I love you, I appreciate you. Jeff, great afternoon. I love you, I appreciate you. Anita Nicole, great afternoon. I love you, I appreciate you. Josh Germain, great afternoon. I love you. I appreciate you. Let's see. Sincere Ronnie Ray Rio. great afternoon. I love you. I appreciate you. That one guy, great afternoon. I love you. I appreciate you. And everybody that is checking in, whether you're on YouTube or you're on our Facebook page, make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Make sure you follow. And, of course, on X, you can check us out on X as well. So, and we want you to participate. So, a lot of things that are going on, so we're going to be going into some different areas and different realms on this afternoon, and I definitely want to hear your thoughts and opinions on them because there's a whole lot going on. It is a whole lot going on. We're talking about, shout out to Alderwoman Charlene Moore, and her stepping up. And when people say, where are the elected officials at? Where are the, who's doing this and who's doing that? There is an extreme problem that is going on, but it's not just in her district, in my opinion. It's throughout the city, and especially in the inner city. And there is monopolies on a lot of these projects or these apartments and houses or whatnot. It's been monopolized where there's one owner that owns all of these properties, and people are complaining about the different things that are going on at these properties. And I want to end up finding out, as we end up talking about these different things, what your thoughts are. All right, because we got to get ready to take care of some bills, but when we come back, we're going to end up playing the clip from today's TMJ4 and their story about Alderwomen and tenants raise concerns about landlords' promises to fix trash problems and more. And I want to get your thoughts on it. And I've got a question that we will put up as a poll when we get black. So again, thanks for tuning in to the award-winning Tory Lowe Show on The Truth 101.7 FM. I'll be black.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I'm going to say something. I'm a conservative, as you know. I might not agree with you all the time, but even when I don't agree with you, you crack me up. And the other guy, he just pretends conservative all day. And you do make me think. But when you do better than anyone, you think on your feet.
Now that was a compliment coming from somebody who is as Trump-loving as he is, that can appreciate what we do here.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Tracy, going back to the process, and as it relates specifically to the partnership that Old National Bank has with Housing Resource, what does the process consist of when coming through this program?
It's a referral process. We work with clients that first-time homeowners that may not have the counseling that they need. They may not have the equity, the down payment that they need. So we refer them to our partners like HRI or Housing Resources, Inc., because we recognize that those organizations, they have the resources, they have the tutorial documentation and all of those things that are necessary for first-time homeowners that don't know the process, may not know the system, may not know what's required for home ownership. So working with Housing Resources Inc. and other partnerships that we have like through WIDA has been very, very advantageous, not only for us, but also the organizations, but also for the community.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
They treated me like family.
They're actually people that you can depend on.
They made me feel seen. They really treated me like I was a part of their family, a part of their team.
They ask how you're doing, how you're feeling.
They're just so welcoming and so sweet and kind.
It's like family, caring about another member of the family.
If you've been injured, it costs you nothing to see if Gruber Law Offices can help.
Ever had a question about local services, neighborhood events, civic engagement, or ways to get more involved in the community and just didn't know who to ask? That is where 1MKE comes in. 1MKE is a nonpartisan coalition helping Milwaukee residents to find trusted information and easy opportunities to get civically engaged. Want to plug into a neighborhood event, find community services, give back through volunteering? 1MKE is here to help. Learn more and get involved and fill out their community feedback survey at 1mke.org. That is 1mke.org. We are 1MKE.
Your big night deserves more than just music. Prom, homecoming, graduation, weddings, corporate gatherings. Every occasion deserves a soundtrack that elevates the moment. I'm Kyrie, DJ Rhea Maniac Brooks, community leader and your dedicated DJ. From the very first consultation to the last track, I'll make sure every detail aligns with your vision. For more information about how you can make your event unforgettable, visit www.djreemaniac.com. That's www.djreemaniac.com. Make your event an experience with DJ Rhea Maniac.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app at 1017thetruth.com.
I'm black again. The legendary home of Lowe filling in for Tory Lowe, who will return on tomorrow afternoon. Mile the Elephant, great afternoon. Love you, appreciate you. Of course, Gwendolyn Simpson, great afternoon. Love you, appreciate you. Of course, before, and thank you for the people who are saying congratulations on my Legacy Award. I appreciate that. There's a problem, and it's not only with this particular landlord, but there's so many others that people have complaints about. Barada is always at the top of the list for a lot of people because they've acquired so many properties. But we're going to go to this today's TMJ4 clip where residents who are and tenants who are living in these properties have been complaining to the landlord and not getting any help. And it they reached out to Alderwoman Charlene Moore, and she went and saw it and took pictures and was disgusted. So let's listen to the clip, and then we will talk about it.
You're a problem. You can't expect people to live like this.
Another tenant on North 39th Street is reaching out to TMJ4 after we reported on piles of trash outside and cockroaches and mold on the inside last Friday.
The trash has been a problem for a while. That's a continuous issue.
This is what their parking lots looked like on Friday.
I pulled up and I was disgusted. I took pictures because I was just like, what in the world is going on?
That was Alderwoman Charlene Moore's reaction to seeing mounds of trash outside of the buildings when she was in the neighborhood last week.
They're sick of it. I'm sick of it.
As you can see right here, the piles of trash were picked up. I spoke with the landlord, Brian Hintz, who tells me he hired a new company and they picked up the garbage over the weekend. Seeing that the trash is picked up, good sign, right?
It's temporary. I just look at it as, it's the Band-Aid approach.
I tried reaching out to Hintz last week about the issue.
It's not available.
And didn't hear back. I ran into him outside of his properties Monday and asked him about the trash issue.
It has been an issue, but it won't be an issue anymore.
Okay. You promise to your residents?
I promise.
Moore says she's received multiple complaints about the issue, and DNS has given the landlord multiple violations.
And no matter how much we cite them, DNS, we email, we call, nothing seems to be working. And so we have to bring this to a stop.
According to court records, Hintz filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy on September 30th. City records show he still owns the properties.
It is his responsibility, bankruptcy or not. She has a right to live in a safe, mold-free, appropriate home.
Moore tells me she's working to hold landlords accountable with these types of issues.
Take care of your property. Our tenants and the residents, just the residents of this city, they deserve that.
Yeah, and for those of you who were able to see it, hopefully you weren't eating lunch. It just showed the disgusting living conditions in some of these properties. And I'm happy to hear when elected officials, alder people, end up speaking out. And so for Alderwoman Charlene Moore to be able to go and let the constituents know and the residents know that I see it, we're on it, we're going to make some changes. So it did remove the trash, right away, but I feel like the Alderwoman that it's a Band-Aid approach, it's a Band-Aid fix, because a lot of them will just get past that violation and say, see, I did something. And so I think we got to work on stiffer things like the way that they would be able to just take the property, like, because it's just too much. And a question that I'd like to pose to Truth Nation, and whether you're calling in to the Truth Talk text line at 833-212-1017, is, do you feel like landlords, some landlords, because it ain't all, some landlords or management companies, whatever it might be, do you feel that they are taking advantage of people who have evictions on their records? Because I think that, in my opinion, some people accept, like, I don't think all of these issues were something that happened as the people were just living there. I think that they saw these unsafe, unhealthy conditions when they moved into the apartment or they moved into the rental property. And because they had evictions on their record, they were just trying to get somewhere. And if they really had another option or other choices and didn't have the evictions on their record, that I don't believe a lot of these people would move into these buildings. But I think that some of the property owners, the property managers, again, are taking advantage of some people that they know nobody else will rent to. Do you believe that, in your opinion? Yes or no? I absolutely believe it. That's my opinion on it. And I'd love to hear from you, because when you look at when these things and issues finally get put on the news, or one of the news stations or media outlets start to talk about it, or we here at Truth Nation, the Truth 101.7 FM start talking about it, then you hear about, oh, yeah, well, yeah, we're going to be doing this, we're going to be doing that. But I think that they are playing on the fact that it's a lot of people that just need somewhere to go. They don't want to be homeless. They don't want to be outside. They may have children, and they're trying to get them into an apartment or a home. And because of that, and knowing that, oh, ain't nobody else going to rent, you're going to pay extra to move in, or, yeah, go ahead and be homeless. So I think that there's a lot of landlords and property managers, in my opinion, that are taking advantage of that. And because if I seen anything that looked like that, like I say, when I look at some of these properties and they show them on the news, or people are taking pictures of this is not something that happened overnight. And when I hear some people say, yeah, and I've only been here for 3 months, this is not something that just occurred in 3 months, in my opinion. It's not. It is not. It is not. It is something, in my opinion, that landlords, property owners, they're like, okay, I'm gonna go on and rent to you, but you're gonna have to pay this amount, and I ain't fixing nothing. I'm not gonna fix nothing. You're gonna be on your own. So again, I'm happy when elected officials are getting involved, and that they come together with some type of punishment or some type of ordinance, to whereas, again, if they can end up starting whatever it takes to take these properties away from these people, it needs to be done. So we're going to go to the Truth Talk text lines, 833-212-1017. I want to hear what's your truth. Sherman, great afternoon. Love you, appreciate you. Almost went to Truth in the morning. I'll be back there tomorrow morning, by the way. But great afternoon, Sherman. I love you. I appreciate you. You hear about these landlords, these property managers. What's your truth?
Yeah, one of my truth is I'm a landlord.
Okay.
And
I'm glad you called in. I'm glad you called in. So go ahead.
So when you said that some of the landlords are taking advantage of them, I can honestly see why.
Okay.
Yeah, because I just came from court today. Not court, turned into the last piece of paper to do an eviction. She said she's just simply not going to pay. Not one complaint about the condition of the house. You tear up the whole house. It looked like she changed the motor on the carpet.
Wow.
She said, "Well, I didn't call you about the sink that the faucet is broke because her kids poured on the faucet and broke the faucet." But anyway, to make a long story short, I understand why some landlords take advantage of people because some people, I'm saying some, not all, some people put themselves in that situation. Here's another example I'm talking about.
Okay.
People will go down and go get a rent assistance check. And instead of them being 2 months up for rent, they rather wait it out until the check comes and then spend that money too.
Wow.
Instead of being a couple months up for rent. It's a thing that will make your heart turn cold because in the end you be like, I don't even care about your kids. I don't even care where you got to go, where your mama got to go. None of that stuff. Because you will take a person in and say, you know what, I'm not going to charge you double the rent because you got an eviction on your record. You'll come back next week, their mama there, their uncle there, 2 or 3 dudes, and they know it's their responsibility to cut the grass and all the rest of the stuff. So I can understand why some of these landlords take advantage of it because it seems as if that's what they want.
Wow.
I got a house right now. Every window in the house broke, and I'm not talking about the glass. I'm talking about the brand new vinyl windows that you let down. You can clean them out. Every last window, including the one in the pantry, is broke.
Wow. Thank you for your call. And as a landlord, and we have other landlords, because again, but I'm glad your house is in great condition and people are destroying it. I've seen that too. We got to get ready to take care of some bills, and I'll be black.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Are you ready to live your most radiant life? Join AARP's Luminous Life, a celebration of wellness, empowerment, and community for African-American women ages 45 to 65. Discover expert tips on healthcare, hair care, and wealth building, all in one uplifting experience. Visit aarp.org/Milwaukee to register for the October 25th event in Milwaukee and shine from the inside out. Luminous Life, because every woman deserves to glow. Visit aarp.org/Milwaukee for more information today and to register today. That's aarp.org/Milwaukee.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Here is Kyle Wallace with his truth.
Truth Nation, I guess I've officially graduated from big bro to unk status, at least according to my little cousin. That's what he said. Now, at first I pushed back a little bit, and I was offended by the assertion that I was old enough to be unk. But after a little thought, y'all, I actually embraced the label of being unk and the responsibility which comes with being quote-unquote unk. See, as unk, I think it's my duty to look out for and support the youth and young cats coming up after me. Embrace the role as being a mentor and role model and aim to protect our kids at all costs. With the news cycle always seemingly being negative towards the youth, we need to take it back upon ourselves to change the narrative and uplift our youth. Our kids are so much more than fights, stolen cars, Kia boys, or acting a fool in public. We can't allow a small population of children to depict who our kids really are in the city of Milwaukee. You have to resist the urge to want to bash our kids and be so quick to pass judgment or disparage the youth. And we gotta stop acting as if we were not once in their shoes, making poor decisions, having regrets. I know we have all been there. Now, regardless of how funny it may sound to say YN, don't label our kids that. That is far from a term of endearment, and we have to remember you become what people call you. If someone calls you dumb over and over and over again, you may start believing that you are dumb, and you may start having self-doubt in oneself. Don't put that type of self-hating energy on our youth, Milwaukee. We need to call them YKs and YQs for young kings and young queens, even when they might frustrate you. Remember, they are still only kids. With the summer being here, there is no better time to encourage them to aspire to be great. Give them positive reinforcement. Give them positive affirmation until we get it through their minds on who they really are and what they can become. An unstoppable force of greatness.
Listen to Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace weekdays from noon to 1 p.m.
This Associated Bank Sports Center update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Andrew Zimmel. Monday, Wisconsin Badgers athletic director Chris McIntosh publicly stood behind head coach Luke Fickell, stating in a letter at Wisconsin, "We do not shy away from setting lofty expectations for our teams, coaches, and himself." Former head coach and AD Barry Alvarez echoed McIntosh's statements.
If you've never played, if you've never coached, the first thing you do, things go south a little bit, fire everybody. Then what the hell are you going to do? You're going to bring some knuckleheads in here that don't know anything about anything, and you start all over. Then you're worse than where you started.
And the World Series is set after heroics from Toronto's George Springer to launch the Blue Jays into the Fall Classic matchup against the Los Angeles Dodgers. Game 1 is set for Friday in Toronto. This True Sports Update is brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, I'm black. The legendary home of blow, holding it down for Tory Lowe, who will return on tomorrow to the award-winning 101.7 The Tory Lowe Show. And Truth Nation, we are in the midst of, what is the poll looking like? We're asking the question on our YouTube page, do you feel that some landlords or property owners or management are taking advantage of some people that have evictions on their record by renting property that they wouldn't live in, basically? Yes or no?
Resounding 94% say yes, Homer.
Okay. All right. And to our caller, Sherman, who ended up calling in, I definitely understand that there are some situations where your property may be up to par and people destroy your property. I've seen that side as well. And I guess that I'm I've had those conversations. But this particular conversation I'm having is about people that I think are being predatory towards people that, they really, they got evictions. And again, everybody's eviction isn't the same. You get what I'm saying? Some people, they may have been very, very delinquent, or, that some people may have tore up property. But there are other people that have evictions on their record, and they're not bad tenants, but they were evicted for whatever reason. And once you have that E on your record as far as being evicted, it is very common that a lot of property owners and landlords are not going to rent to you. And the ones that do, your rent is probably just overly, what they call it, price gouging. Like your rent is like it's price gouging. And knowing that they haven't, their property is not up to code, it's not up to par. And again, if you ask them would they live in there, they wouldn't live in their own property. And that is a problem that is happening. Like I say, when you have people that are just trying to be like, okay, at least we got a roof over our heads, and my kids ain't outside, this, that, and the other. And I think that that's a problem that we need to make sure that we know that we have a champion with Alderwoman Charlene Moore to bring up some type of situation that can change that narrative. But again, we got to go to meetings, even though some people don't want to go to meetings. We got to go to meetings. We got to end up talking with them so she can end up getting some support and come up with some type of resolution or some type of ordinance where they can begin to, just like we're talking about with the cars now, they can, if you're driving reckless, they can tow your car. So we have to come up with something that will help the tenants. And if you rent to a tenant, I don't care if they, in my opinion, I don't care if they have an eviction on their record. If you rent it to them, they deserve a clean apartment. They They don't deserve to have to be in a roach-infested property, a rodent-infested property. The caretaking and the maintenance on the building is not what it's supposed to be. And I think that a lot of people are preying on some of our people. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. But again, the True Talk text lines are open, 833-212-1017. Let's see. Let me read some of these comments. Lucretia Mason, great afternoon. I love you. I appreciate you. DE, thank you very much. Love you. Appreciate you. Said, congratulations, Homer. Anita Nicole said, during the pandemic, I paid my adult children's rent on multiple occasions to avoid this situation. While I'm grateful, I understand we should all get involved with addressing predatory landlords. And that's my thing, too, because, again, they know that ain't right. They know they wouldn't let their son or daughter move into their properties. They wouldn't allow their girlfriend or their wife or their husband or boyfriend to have to live under those kind of conditions. Mao the Elephant says, how does that stop landlords from fixing their properties? Right. They have to be, the fines are only going to do so much. And I think that just like with some of the other things that they have with the city, it needs to be a progression. But I think that it needs to be a quicker process. Don't let them get X amount before you can take a final step. We need to make that process quicker. We need to make the punishment for them not doing what they need to do when Department of Neighborhood Services or anybody comes out to inspect the properties. And if you have, it also leads to another situation, which we'll talk about, that can also happen. So what happens if they do end up condemning the property? Now what happens to the tenants? So it's for a lot of us, it's no way in hell I would do this. No way in hell I'd do that. But in some, it's people that are making decisions. It's some people that are making some decisions that, in my opinion, is not healthy for them. It's not healthy for their children. It's not healthy for our seasoned citizens who are in some of these properties as well. And family may not be coming and doing what they're supposed to do. LaRon Taylor, great afternoon. Love you. Appreciate you. Said predatory is a good word for this. Just like a check cash in place. They know you are out of options. Absolutely. That's it. And they taxing you. It's just like the payday loans and all of that kind of stuff, in my opinion, is predatory. It is predatory. It's knowing that 9 times out of 10, you're going to falter. You're not going to be able to do what they have required you to do, which, again, is why we're talking about with SNAP and EBT. The different requirements that are there, if you don't end up doing them, you can be disqualified forever if you get caught with one infraction, but then you got to be meeting the requirements for 30 days before you can even try to reapply. And more, as a matter of fact, and speaking of that, I've got an update to that because there was a letter and memo that was sent out by Governor Tony Evers talking about the seriousness of beginning November 1st, if this government shutdown continues, all of the problems that can and will arise from that. Kathy K, great afternoon. Love you. Appreciate you on the YouTube page. So just like when you have bad credit, the interest rate is off the charts. Absolutely. Absolutely. Not really. A city girl said 100, Homer. Mao the Elephant said, this is what happens when we let outsiders in our communities. They can care less about how the properties look. I do not think they will act this way if it was where they live. That part. And on the Truth YouTube page and Facebook Live, you'll see the story in which I'm talking about where Governor Tony Evers says Wisconsin Food Share Program will run out of funding in 10 days. And I wanted to just kind of get to that for a moment just because it's important. It is very, very important that we understand what is going on. And that's why it was one of my topics on yesterday that, you really need to understand how serious and how real this is, because if you think it's a game, yeah, you're going to learn that this is serious. And our community, now it ain't only our community, but our community will be affected by this. It will be affected by this, and in a negative sense, in a very negative sense. So I'm going to end up pulling up that letter that I ended up receiving from, because, you know, when you're in the media, you got to know these things. You got to know how important this information is for our community. And sometimes we don't keep up with it. So I just try to make sure that I keep up with it to make sure that people know what's going on and what you need to do in order to not fall victim to the situations. Let me pull up Tony Evers here. Governor Tony Evers, you got to put the gravy on there, and read the letter that he sent out. So, Wisconsin, here we go. All right. Oh, I'm trying to make sure I don't go into a break. I'll read it when I come back from the break. I got a couple of minutes, so I don't want to get started on it because it's a long letter, but it is needed. We need to understand it, like for real, how this is going to affect a lot of people. And we don't know how long that's going to go on. We do not know how long it is going on, but you need to understand how serious it is and how it's going to affect a lot of people, the food pantries, the whole nine. He's asking for assistance and telling people like to basically brace yourselves because it is coming. It is coming, and I believe that it will be shut down. I understand why the Democrats, even though they don't want you to understand, why the Democrats are saying no. We're not going to end up just absorbing this, and we know that there's a hidden agenda inside the big, beautiful bill that will not be good for our community. It will not be good at all. So I got to get ready to take care of some bills. I'll pull that letter up, and I'll read it in its entirety, the breakdown, and this is letting you know that right here in Wisconsin that we are going to be impacted. I believe it's 700,000 people that will be impacted if the SNAP and EBT benefits. WIC will not. People were saying that WIC will be affected. As of right now, from his letter, WIC won't be affected. Got to take care of some bills. I'll be black.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. 1017 The Truth and Associated Bank have teamed up for our Black-owned business Give Back. Each quarter, 4 lucky businesses will win an opportunity for a monthly spotlight interview. Yes, you will win 3 interviews on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. To sign up for your business's chance to be highlighted on The Truth for 3 months, visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That is blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank member FDIC.
What is a DJ? Do we just play music? Maybe some are that simple. For me, I create memories that last a lifetime. I'm always thinking about how songs connect. I read the room. Every event is an open canvas, a new world. So what's a DJ when you hire me? I'm a vibe architect. A curator of euphoria, a guaranteed good time.
I know you want me. Every day, not only when you're lonely.
Whether you have a wedding, festival, corporate event, or any other special occasion, get your free consultation with DJ Rhea Maniac today.
Trailblazer.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Our children deserve a real chance to make it in life, and a good education is a passport to opportunity. At City Ford Collective, we're working to make sure there's a great Milwaukee school for every Milwaukee family, because more good options lead to better outcomes. And who doesn't want that? Together, we can give every child the foundation they need to thrive, and a stronger future for kids means a stronger future for Milwaukee. To learn more about our mission, visit us at cityfordcollective.org. That's cityfordcollective.org.
After a serious accident, you'll need a winning team to protect your rights. Trust Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. If you've been injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I am your cousin sub of the day. I'm a club sub, the legendary Homer Blow. Sponsored by Cousin Subs, holding it down for the Tory Lowe Show. He will return on tomorrow afternoon. But just to catch up, we're still going to be dealing with the landlord property owner situation, but I needed to give you this update and read this letter from Governor Tony Evers in its entirety so you kind of get a better understanding of what we are looking at here in the state of Wisconsin. And it's as it relates to SNAP benefits, EBT, WIC, and things to that nature. Governor Tony Evers, Wisconsin food share program to run out of funding in 10 days. November food assistance for Wisconsin kids, families, and seniors is in jeopardy due to federal government shutdown. Governor Evers calls on the Orange Man's administration and congressional Republicans to end the federal shutdown and prevent nearly 700,000 Wisconsinites from losing access to basic food necessities. Governor Tony Evers announced today that due to the federal government shutdown in Washington, D.C., Wisconsin Food Share Program, which provides food assistance to hungry kids, families, and seniors, will run out of funding in 10 days. The Orange Man's administration recently notified Wisconsin that there will be insufficient funds to pay full November SNAP benefits for approximately 42 million individuals across the nation and directed states to hold their November issuance files and delay transmission to state EBT vendors until further notice. Based on the Orange Man's administrative directive, food share, which is 100% funded by the federal government, is now in jeopardy due to the federal government shutdown and may not be available at all next month if the federal government shutdown continues, leaving nearly 700,000 Wisconsinites without access to basic food and groceries. The Evers administration continues to closely monitor funding levels for WIC, a separate food associate program designed to support women, babies, and kids, which remains available for qualifying Wisconsinites at this time. The governor's announcement today comes as the Orange Man's administration and Republicans in Congress enter day 21 of the federal government shutdown, largely over a refusal to negotiate on an extending tax credits under the Affordable Care Act that ensures millions of Americans, including hundreds of thousands of Wisconsinites, can afford the cost of their health care coverage. Republicans appear poised to allow the shutdown to continue, even as 78% of Americans and nearly 60% of Republicans support extending the Affordable Care Act tax credits. With rising costs and the Orange Man's chaotic trade wars, Wisconsin families are already struggling to make ends meet and put food on the table. And every day that Republicans continue this reckless and harmful shutdown is another day that our kids, families, farmers, veterans, seniors, and communities fall even further behind. There's no excuse for it. None, said Governor Evers. No person should ever go hungry, most especially not in the United States of America. The Orange Man and Republicans in Congress must work across the aisle and end this shutdown now so Wisconsinites and Americans across our country have access to basic necessities like food and groceries that they need to survive. Any Wisconsinite who needs additional food or infant formula for their house or family can reach out to 211 for information and referrals to local services. Anyone can use 211 to get help by dialing 211 or 877-947-2211. Visiting their website at 211wisconsin.communityorg. Through the website, people can search for services or chat with someone online who can help. You can also text your zip code to 898-211. DHS also encourages Medicaid and food share members to make sure their phone number, email, and mailing address on file are up to date by going to access.wi.gov website or the smartphone app. The department will announce some of the changes broadly as appropriate using channels like Medicaid news page, food share news webpage, social media, news releases, and emails. Governor Evers encourages Wisconsinites across the state to contact their congressional representatives and urge support for ending the federal government shutdown, extending key programs that help lower health costs, and preventing hundreds of thousands of Wisconsinites from going hungry. Food share remains funded through October, it says. The food share program is fully funded through the month of October. The federal government provides monthly funding for food share cards. Electronic benefit card members use to pay for groceries using food share. The federal government provided October benefits already to Wisconsin food share vendors on schedule. Food share payments stop until after federal shutdown ends. The Orange Man has indicated that there is not enough funding to provide another month of food benefits, as food share benefits are 100% again funded by the federal government. It is important for members to know that food share benefits may not be available on Quest cards to make purchases in November. This may include any funds remaining on your card at the end of October. So if you got money still, you better go ahead and grab some groceries. Yes, from the governor. I get the newsletters from the governor. So this information is directly, like how you can sign up to get notifications. So this is a letter directly from the governor, the governor's office, Governor Tony Evers. So again, what this also means is if you still have funds, you better use them in case this government federal shutdown doesn't end, because they will disappear. They will disappear at the end of October. So those of you who are sitting around and you got $200, $300, $400, $500 sitting on that card, it's going to be gone at midnight on October 31st. You will not have access to it. So I just save it for no. You got to use it. We got to use it. Again, it clearly says that if you have not used the money that is on your Quest, your EBT card, by the end of October, it will no longer be accessible to you, and you won't get anything for November if the government shutdown continues. So it's saying any funds remaining on your card at the end of October, said DHS Secretary Kirsten Johnson. Members who have benefits on their cards may want to stock up on foods that don't go bad, canned goods, boxed items with their benefits before the end of October. DHS is mailing food share members letters this week to notify them of the delay in benefits. These letters are also available electronically and access. DHS will continue to update for the food share news and updates web page. Go to the webpage and share the latest information available. DHS will directly notify food share members once the shutdown ends and funding is available about when they will resume receiving the benefits. Whenever DHS has more information about the effects of the shutdown of our programs, the department will share through the DHS website, emails, social media, and other channels. WIC. WIC remains available. Wisconsin WIC is currently available, and based on the information available at this time, November benefits will also be available during this government shutdown. WIC members can use their WIC benefits and attend WIC appointments and do not need to take any action. If there are changes to the availability of WIC funding and benefits, DHS will let WIC members, partners, and providers know as soon as possible. Medicaid and Badger Care Plus members still have coverage to get the care and services they need. For updates, visit the Medicaid news page. All right, so again, this is a letter that was sent out from the office of the governor here in the state of Wisconsin, Governor Tony Evers. So again, it's not a game. It's not a game. And it looks like we will end up going into November still under this federal government shutdown. So please understand, it's not a game. Anybody that's trying to, hold on to and think that that's going to work, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. All that money you got, so it's some people that got stacks. They got stacks, Andrew. They got money on them cards. But come the end of October, yeah, it's going to be gone. And that's not because you spent it. It's because you didn't spend it. What you don't use before October 31st will no longer be available. I'm just trying to tell you. So we got to get ready to take care of some bills. And I'll get back to the landlord because I definitely want to hear from, if you are a landlord, Andrew.
Over 700,000 Wisconsin members on SNAP.
Yeah, I read it in the letter.
That's crazy.
Yep, absolutely. So when we talk about, who is Jeff said, it's going to be a lot of stealing going on in grocery stores, shaking my head. Anita Nicole said the grocery stores were beyond packed yesterday. I've never seen so many people in lines with the parking lots full. And let's take care of some bills. I want to hear from you, Truth Nation, when we come back. 833-212-1017. I'll be black.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Coming with straight truth.
Everything got a message. I'll say this. Y'all can't be tired if y'all still messing with the negative energy. Every day I get on and say, the power of the tongue. Your impulsive negative thoughts, reacting, and these kids watching you reacting all wild and crazy. The programming you watching on TV, the music. Now, like Security Mike said, it's popular to pop somebody. It's popular now. And these kids coming back, they coming back to somebody's house. They coming to eat a meal at somebody's house. They hanging out with somebody in the neighborhood who got a house, who paying the rent. They hanging out with you. They may be your relative. They may be your buddy. That social acceptance is there. Understand what I'm saying? So when we really tired, we gonna cut it off. We gonna stop it.
Tune in to all your favorite 1017 The Truth shows all day, every day by downloading the Truth app. Where strong voices meet strong opinions.
Tell your kids who were supposed to be the seventh generation that Paw Paw's an idiot because Paw Paw decided he wanted to be Make America Great, but meanwhile, the Chinese ain't buying soybeans from us no more because of policies Donald Trump put in, and they voted for us. I don't know what we're gonna do. I know what you should have did. You should have voted for somebody that wasn't gonna put tariffs out there. I love God, but God can't save you from nonsense. You don't deserve a bailout. You can't sit here and vote one way, and then when your economy gets decimated, your way of life gets destroyed, you want to pray to God? God didn't tell you to go to that poll and vote against your own best interest. That was your own damn problem. That was you. But don't ask for prayer when you block your own blessing. That's
why I don't feel bad for these farmers. You voted for this, and now you reap what you sow.
Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace, every weekday from 12 to 1, streaming live on YouTube and on 101.7 The Truth.
Day 1, diagnosis day. The hardest day. The day you hear,
I'm sorry, this is a type of blood cancer.
But day 1 is just one day. At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day 1.
On day 45, I discovered an online community who shared great tips for in-treatment care.
I missed a lot of school during treatment, and LLS helped me keep up.
We are here for you. We exist for everyone fighting leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, and other types of blood cancer.
On day 185, LLS helped me file my insurance claims properly.
Day 5,840 and counting, and I'm still in remission.
To learn more and get help on day 1, day 2, day 983, or any day, please visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572. That's LLS.org, 1-800-955-4572.
Truth Nation, stand up and tap in. This is 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah, Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory, Lowe, the truth, from 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory, Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
Truth Nation, we're black, the award-winning 101.7. The Truth, of course, the Tory Lowe Show. He'll be black on tomorrow, but I'm your legendary Homer Blow cousin sub of the day. And I was just giving you the updated information that came from our very own Governor Tony Evers here in Wisconsin. Because, you know, sometimes you can give out information and people are like, where you hear that from? I hear people saying that, but is it true? Well, this came from our governor, who would definitely be in contact with the Orange Man and the administration.
You think?
Yeah, you know what I mean? So if anybody, that ain't true. Everybody keeps saying that, but that ain't what's happening. We're like, yeah, you're going to learn tomorrow. You're going to learn on November 1st, okay? So I'm saying people get ready. People prepare yourselves. I'm happy to hear that the stores were packed. And I hope people are, you know, storing up. And, you know, I mean, I hope that we do get a resolution to whereas we don't have to go into what that anarchy would look like come November 1st, because it will increase crime. Somebody on the Talk Text page or the YouTube page said, B. Bruce, great afternoon, love you, appreciate you. Said, beware of National Guard coming to grocery stores if anarchy erupts. I'm just saying. Lucretia Mason on the YouTube page said they are women making videos talking about how they're going to start stealing groceries. So they are already incriminating themselves, and you will be the first ones arrested.
Yeah, Glow.
Let us steal. No, it's still a crime. It's still a crime. And don't nobody want nothing. Never mind. I ain't going to say it. Andrew. I was going to say something that was going to be very controversial. It wouldn't have meant to all women, but if I would have said it, it would have been very controversial. So I'm not going to say it.
Speak your truth.
Yeah, I know it's the truth, but you know, sometimes you have to, you know, I'm just saying, because, you know, I'm just saying for some women that may end up thinking that that's what they want to do, I wouldn't want to be on the other end of whoever cooks that catfish. I'm just saying like that. Like, which one is it? Okay.
Smell dookie.
That's how. So, you know, I'm just saying, where are they going to put it? I'm just saying. You got to wonder. You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, this meat is kind of musty, so some guys are still in it too, you know. But yeah, don't end up barred from your favorite stores because you're caught, and now they got your picture up saying you cannot enter any of our stores or properties. But it's going to be some chaos. It is going to be some chaos, and some people are not going to care about the consequences, but they should. They should. Because, yeah, it ain't going to be good. Locked in, lovely, and lovely. Great afternoon, love you, appreciate you. Said with Thanksgiving and Christmas close by, and now no food benefits, robberies are going up and up. Praying, Psalm 91. Listen, it is going to be a situation, and some people are acting like, oh, it's not going to be a big deal. It is. It is. We've already seen what some people are doing, and they say, well, I'm doing this to take care of my family. And some people really are just trying to take care of their family. Other people are just criminals. You know, Mao the Elephant said Black Friday is about to be darker. Yeah. And it is crazy, and I don't want people to act like it's not a big deal, because it is. It is. Let's see. Let me end up, speaking of money being taken away, what's up with these pastors and these bishops? There's a clip that I want to show you, and they happen to be named Marvin. I don't know if you remember, in 2024, there was a viral video clip of Pastor Marvin Sapp. And he said, lock the doors, because he was trying to raise $40,000. And he said, I said, lock the doors. And that was a whole fiasco. Then he had to come back, and he got on social media. I ain't mean it like that. Okay, so we got the Marvin Sapp clip. Okay, so we're going to play. Thank you. See, Andrew just be so on it. I love it. I appreciate it. Listen to what Pastor Marvin Sapp had to say.
Understand the cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you.
Yeah. Okay. So that was in 2024. That was Pastor Marvin Sapp. Here we are in 2025. Legendary gospel artist, just like Marvin Sapp is, legendary gospel artist, a world-renowned gospel family. He had the audacity. I'm just trying to figure out what the hell is going on with some of these pastors and these bishops, because you're making it look bad for a lot of great pastors, reverends, bishops that are doing great work. But now we've got Bishop Marvin Winans. I don't know why it's these Marvin. I'm just saying, what's going on? If what's going on was a bishop or a pastor? We've got Bishop Marvin Winans, the Winans family, legendary. Now doing the same thing. This sister, you're about to see, if you're watching us on Facebook Live or YouTube or X, and you're about to hear it if you're tuned in on the Truth app or listening to us in your car or on your radio. You're about to hear Bishop Marvin Winans after this woman says all of the things that she has to say. Listen to his response.
Roberta McCoy, giving faith and stand in unity with the vision of Perfecting Church of sowing this seed of $1,000 plus $235 and receiving the blessings to come to all that participated.
Now that's only $1,200.
Yes.
Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. If you have 1,000 plus 1,000.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna work on the other 800.
Well, that ain't what I asked you to do. We're going to do this a couple of ways. Those that have the 1,000 plus 1, that means you're coming with your 1,000 that you're giving, plus you've asked someone else to give. Now, you don't have to stop at 1,000, and we're going to deal. So, in other words, if you say, Pastor Winans, I'm coming with my 1,000 plus another 3,000, then you'll say that. You understand? And if you didn't get the plus 1, but you maybe came with $250, you're going to come say that this is my 1,000 plus 250. You with me? And we're going to go all the way down. So I need you, in order for this to work, I need you to come when you're called.
Listen, the woman did say $1,000 plus $235. But what's going on? As the late Marvin Gaye would say, what's going on? Because as we come into this place, as we come before you to take from some of you who may not have it, but we need you to have it today. We don't need you to just have 1,000. We need you to have 2,000. What do you mean? How come I can't put it up? Well, because I am the bishop, and I don't need to. I need you to forget about your car payment, forget about your mortgage, forget about your rent, forget about the fact that you are not taking care of your grandkids. I need you to bring me $2,000 and not $1,200, not $1,999. I need $2,000. Won't you sow into me? Won't you sow into me? Come to me at this time. And while y'all are bringing this forth, I will take care of some bills, because that's why I need the $2,000. I got bills that I got to pay, and some of you wouldn't understand. Andrew, take us to commercial.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
I'm going to say something. I'm a conservative, as you know. I might not agree with you all the time, but even when I don't agree with you, you crack me up. And the other guy, he just pretends conservative all day. And you do make me think. But when you do better than anyone, you think on your feet.
Now that was a compliment coming from somebody who is as Trump-loving as he is, that can appreciate what we do here.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Truth Nation, you have to be there on Saturday, November 1st at Destiny Youth Plaza near North 76 and West Good Hope Road. Join Mayor Cavalier Johnson for the Milwaukee Fatherhood Summit happening from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's the one-stop shop resource fair connecting families with job opportunities, child support assistance, health education, vaccination, and screenings, financial empowerment and credit repair support, legal assistance, all in one place. You can't beat that. Bring your teams to explore internships, job readiness, and mentoring opportunities that build their future. Register early. Don't wait. Everyone is welcome. Visit Milwaukee.gov milwaukee.gov/fatherhood to sign up as a participant, a vendor, or volunteer. That is milwaukee.gov/fatherhood. For more information, call 414-286-0222. That is the Milwaukee Fatherhood Summit on Saturday, November 1st from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Destiny Youth Plaza near North 76 and West Good Hope Road.
Ready to hit the road in your new car? At Brewery Credit Union, we make it easy with affordable payment options on auto loans designed to fit your budget. Whether it's a brand new ride or the perfect used vehicle, we'll help you get behind the wheel faster. With flexible terms, quick approvals, and personalized service you can trust. Don't wait. Start your journey today. Apply online at brewerycu.com or visit us at Brewery Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA.
We believe that self-care isn't selfish. I'm Maddie from Sweet Talks, a women-owned and operated medical spa fostering self-love and confidence. We believe that beauty is about feeling empowered from within, and it's truly a passion for our team at Sweet Talks. Your goals are our goals. Our services go beyond injectables, including facials, lasers, medical weight loss, hormone therapy, and more. There's even a cafe, complimentary to all patients. Get started today at Sweet Talks in Menominee Falls. Learn more at sweettalks.com.
The WIAA football playoffs is here, and you know what that means. Win or go home. Tune in this Friday night as the 7th-seeded Marquette Hilltoppers begin their quest for a state championship as they travel to take on the 2nd-seeded Sussex Hamilton Chargers. The football action kicks off at 7 p.m. on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. Marquette Hilltoppers football is presented by Gruber Law Offices and sponsored by Left's Lucky Town, C.G. Schmidt, Capital Insurance Agency, Boyle Fredrickson, Annex Wealth Management, Magic Productions, and Burghardt Sporting Goods. This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app at 1017thetruth.com.
I need to bring me my money. I ain't gonna bring $1,235. I need 2 stacks. 2 stacks. 2 stacks. 2 stacks. I need 2 stacks. 2 stacks. And I'm black. The legendary Homer Blow. DE on the YouTube page said, Homer, those were content creators. It was pure jokes. I've seen a couple of them. Fact check. You know, you can even go with ChatGPT. It says the viral video from October 2025 shows Bishop Marvin Winans publicly scolding a church member and her son for donating $1,235 towards a $2,000 request during a fundraiser. The incident was not staged by content creators. It was a real event that occurred during a service at his church. The request during a fundraiser for a new church building, Winans told congregation who could afford it to give 1,000 plus 1,000. The donation when a woman came forward with her son to donate $1,235 and said she would bring the rest later. Winans responded, well, that ain't what I asked you to do. The backlash from the video of the exchange quickly spread online, with many accusing the bishop of public shaming and spiritual manipulation. Critics stated that the incident was an example of the negative aspects of prosperity gospel teachings. Again, according to reports, the fundraiser was for a building project in Detroit that has been under construction since 2002. So the situation was a genuine event, not a fabricated story for social media content. There's widespread online discussion and subsequent media coverage were driven by the authenticity of this captured moment.
Do you know how bad things have to be, Homer, for people to defend you online and be like, it was all staged? No, God just was a jerk.
Right. So, yeah. And we wish it would have been, you know, like, but don't play. Because people are already having spiritual battles already. So we don't need, in my opinion, we don't need anything else to push people away from something that may help them in their salvation. For those who are believers, those who may be atheists or just don't subscribe to any religion, I get it. We all have our rights to be who we are going to be. But there are some people who are already struggling, and even with some of the comments on the YouTube page, there are people who are saying, well, see, this is a reason to move away from, and that's going to keep me away. That's why I don't go, and this, that, and the other. So that's not a great thing to play with. You feel what I'm saying? Because people are already getting the argument, that's why I don't go here. That's why I don't go there. And we're also talking about a situation to, in my opinion, come November 1st, if the government, the federal government shutdown is still in effect, it's going to be a lot of people reaching out to the church. They're going to be coming to those food pantries. They're going to need to know that they can go and depend on. And that's just hashtag facts. Let's see. Great afternoon, Tamisha Gilbert. I love you. I appreciate you. B. Bruce said, I will never support an arrogant pastor like that ever. I get your POS. I got it. I definitely got it. Let's see. Sam King, great afternoon. Love you, appreciate you. Saying Pastor Two Stacks. Real talk. And Mild Elephant said facts, Homer. And yeah, and like I say, we as if we need anything else. A lot of people depend on the church. A lot of people depend on, like, it's going to be a lot of, for those of you, again, who are religious and whichever religion you may subscribe to, it's going to be a lot of prayer that's going to need to go on. You know, some people are going to be wondering, where do I go from here? What's next? B. Bruce said the building fund, oh, Lord, biggest sucker scam in churchdom ever. Laughing out loud. That lady should have took her check black immediately. Yeah, I know I would have. I let go of my money. What would you have done, Andrew?
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. If you were in that position,
give me my money, and that would have been on video too.
I can't believe they did it in front of her kid too. It's like embarrassing in front of the whole congregation.
The kid was just as happy, like, "Hey, I'm up here with the bishop. You know, my mom or grandma is. You know what I'm saying?" He was happy. That could traumatize him. I mean, he literally chastised her in front of the whole congregation.
Well, I just imagine what the lunchroom table would look like, too. The video goes viral all of a sudden, you know.
Right.
You don't have it like that?
Like I say, we are already holding on by a string in a lot of different areas inside our community, and we just don't need added things like that happening. We don't, you know, we're talking about coming together, and if you got some people who are leading the flock that are saying things like that, like, come on, bro. It's people that got to ride the church bus to the service because they don't have a car. And here you want them to give what could at least get them some transportation for them and their family. But you want them to give it to you for a building that was supposed to be done in 2002, and this is 2025. And if I do my math correctly, you're talking about 23 years, and we still ain't got the building? Yeah.
What is this, Moses?
Yeah, like I said, we just don't need to have things like that can give people that may have been, you know, trying to get their life right or gain a better relationship with whoever their spiritual and religious person is. But it'll make you say, see, it ain't even safe here. It's not safe here. The demands that they're putting on me here, I'm already getting demands put on me here, and I come here for, you know, some peace of mind, and now I gotta feel like I'm being ostracized because I didn't come with 2 stacks. That is not fair. Yeah.
You mentioned the car payment. How much was your first car?
Man, my first car was what we like to call a hoopty. So, you know, a hoopty is not necessarily the best car on the lot, but it drives, it takes gas, you know, you got to make sure you keep the oil up to par, may have some spots that some people may have called rust spots, you know, but, you know, I washed that car. I washed that car and shined it, you know, so even the rust spots had to be like, damn, damn, how you got the rest of the car looking like that? You done got us looking good, you know. So, but I took care of it, pulled the mats out, make sure I vacuumed and, you know, put some wax on it, made the wheels look good. But it was a hoopty, but it got me from point A to point B to point C and point D. And it got a lot of my friends around, too. And they had a person that had a valid driver's license. So if I was pulled over, here it is. License, registration, insurance, gotcha. But, yeah, so I didn't, you know, it was probably about $800 maybe.
That's what I was going to say. I think my first car was like $1,000. So $1,200.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just trying to tell you. Let's see. Will D, great afternoon. Love you, appreciate you. Said, what's crazy is he's going to ask the same people next week for the same building fund money, and they might pay it again, too. True. I don't know, like, sometimes, again, we are the one, and it goes... What is so crazy about this is that we have so many people in our community that end up being the same way. They're predatory as well. So we got people that don't look like us that are not truly from our community. And if you went and looked at where they're living and how they live, it ain't look nothing like they buildings. But it's people that look like us that are also preying on our own community, our own people. And to me, that creates that issue of how are we going to get ahead? And you don't know who to trust sometimes. You don't even know who to trust. And that's a bad thing, Andrew. To not know, like, okay, well, is this person, what about this? I tried that. And, you know, a lot of people have trust issues already. A lot of people.
You go from your work where you don't trust your boss to now your church where you can't trust your deacon and your pastor. It's just...
Right. Like, you know, who do you trust? You feel what I'm saying? Who do you trust? And, Vincent Wheaton, great afternoon. Love you. Appreciate you. Dee said, I apologize. I was talking about the female stealing in the stores was pure content. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. Because I thought you were speaking of the pastor. But yeah, like it is just so crazy with what we are living in and what we are having to deal with. And was the poll still? What was the final? I know it was like 90-something percent.
88% positive to say yes, that they do feel like some landlords have taken advantage of people who have been evicted before.
Yeah, that's crazy. And of course, now pastors, you know, to all of the great pastors and leaders of their congregations and their flock, thank you. I appreciate you. For all of the others, may you go where you're telling the congregation that you got to pray so you don't go there. May y'all all go there. And it's a place called H-E Double Hockey Sticks. I'll be black. Got to take care of some bills.
Once, shame on you. It fooled me. We can't get fooled again.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Tip-off week is more than just the start of Bucks basketball. It's the start of a new season of memories, the raucous crowd, the thrill of every bucket, and the spectacular moments you'll talk about all year long. Whether you come with family, friends, or coworkers, we're all in for cheering Fear the Deer. Nothing compares to the energy of Bucks basketball at Fiserv Forum. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the action from the very beginning. Get your tickets now at bucks.com/tickets. That's bucks.com/tickets.
Are you ready to live your most radiant life? Join AARP's Luminous Life, a celebration of wellness, empowerment, and community for African American women ages 45 to 65. Discover expert tips on healthcare, hair care, and wealth building, all in one uplifting experience. Visit aarp.org/Milwaukee to register for the October 25th event in Milwaukee and shine from the inside out. Luminous Life, because every woman deserves to glow. Visit aarp.org/Milwaukee for more information today and to register today. That's aarp.org/Milwaukee. versity.org/Milwaukee.
This is your Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin Community Impact Moment on 101.7 The Truth.
What was the life change? You know, we all know it happened and we know things happen and you have bad kidneys, but what was the life change afterwards?
A couple things. Before they even allow you to get on the list, they make you go through a battery of tests. And, you know, a lot of people don't qualify because they're overweight or they have high blood pressure or high cholesterol. So all those things are requirements before you can even get approved to be on the list. So I had...
Wait, you got to be approved to be on the list?
Absolutely.
Wow.
It's interesting. There's a professional athlete or former professional athlete I know right now that has kidney disease and he's on dialysis and he wants to get on the list and he's not accepting all the things you have to do, you know, to get on the list. But yeah, so for me, I spent 30 years in the automobile industry. You know, that's 12, 14-hour days, eating whatever somebody brings you to eat, whatever you run out and grab, McDonald's, whatever. It was never salads and, you know.
Yeah, but that was a choice, right?
It was a choice. Yeah. But I had to change all of that to even qualify to be on the list. I had to get down to the weight I had to be at. I had to get my phosphorus under control, my potassium under control.
Wait a minute. Even though somebody said they would give you a kidney,
absolutely,
you had to still make yourself eligible?
Absolutely.
Nah, that's okay.
When I mentioned the athlete, his relative actually died, and they wanted to take his organs, and they couldn't because he wasn't qualified. He wasn't on the list. Wow. Yeah, you have to be.
So there are over 100,000 people on that waiting list. So they are very serious.
And how many donors do we have?
And that's the problem. We don't have nearly enough donors.
Wow.
And that's why it's such a critical need. But they are serious about who they're giving that gift of life to because there are so many people who are literally dying waiting for it.
To make an impact by donating blood in your community, visit versity.org today.
This Associated Bank Sports Center update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Andrew Zimmel. Monday, Wisconsin Badgers athletic director Chris McIntosh publicly stood behind head coach Luke Fickell, stating in a letter at Wisconsin, "We do not shy away from setting lofty expectations for our teams, coaches, and himself." Former head coach and AD Barry Alvarez echoed McIntosh's statements.
If you've never played, if you've never coached, the first thing you do, things go south a little bit, fire everybody. Then what the hell are you going to do? You're going to bring some knuckleheads in here that don't know anything about anything, and you start all over. Then you're worse than where you started.
And the World Series is set after heroics from Toronto's George Springer to launch the Blue Jays into the Fall Classic matchup against the Los Angeles Dodgers. Game 1 is set for Friday in Toronto. This True Sports Update is brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app at 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Summit 2025. Presented by 1MKE and hosted by 101.7 The Truth and Good Karma Brands is taking place on Saturday, November 15th at the Thrive on King building located at 2153 North Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Drive here in Milwaukee. Doors will open at 9:30 a.m. and of course the panel discussion will begin at 10 a.m. There will be free and interactive community events going on. It will be moderated with the panel. We got a panel focused on open dialogue, collaboration, and actionable change, which will be moderated by The Truth 101.7's own Dr. Ken Harris. And of course, you can participate. You can participate. You can reserve your spot today at 1017truthsummit.com. 1017truthsummit.com. Join the conversation and help shape a stronger Milwaukee. Truth Nation, I'm black, the legendary home of blow. And yeah, you know, I had to put some, I don't know, get some of the evil spirit out of here with the bishops, the Marvins, Bishop Marvin's whining and Pastor Marvin Sapp doing too damn much. There was a crazy situation that also happened. Let's see. Curly Q, great afternoon. Love you. Appreciate you. Christopher Giles, great afternoon. Love you. Appreciate you. Carolyn Neely, great afternoon. Love you. Appreciate you. Carolyn Neely said, don't attend a wealth-based church. Okay, would those be the mega churches that we're speaking of? Yeah. Okay. Christopher Giles said, trust the meek and the poor. Sam King said the Winans family is wealthy. What you got?
I had a joke.
Okay, for the
Set it up again.
meek. Okay, trust the meek and the poor.
That's why we're the #1 trusted news source, Homer.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, get some applause for that. Get some applause for that. The Truth Nation. We love you. We appreciate you. There you go. Far, far too kind, Andrew. You're far, far too kind. He was taking a bow. But we got so many tragic situations that we are dealing with. Like I say, we got so much compounded trauma that is going on. I'm not sure if you heard about this, but there was from today's TMJ4, says 19-year-old arrested after Milwaukee police chase with infant in the car ends in a crash. A 19-year-old driver was arrested after allegedly leading Milwaukee police on a chase with a 10-month-old baby in the vehicle before crashing into a tree on Sunday evening. The incident began when officers, The incident began when officers conducted a traffic stop for a registration violation just after 5:20 p.m. near North Green Bay Avenue and West Olive Street. According to police say the driver initially stopped, but then fled from officers, leading them on a chase that ended when the vehicle crashed into a tree in the 1300 block of West Hampton Avenue. The driver and his passenger, also 19 years old, allegedly fled on foot after the crash, but were arrested following a foot pursuit. A 10-month-old who was also in the vehicle was taken to a hospital for treatment of non-fatal injuries. The passenger was hospitalized with serious but non-fatal injuries. Criminal charges will be referred to the Milwaukee County District Attorney's Office. You jump out and leave a 10-month-old baby in the car. First, you decide to take off after initially pulling over. I know. This, it sounds like the accountability. 2 19-year-olds. One, you're going to take the chance of creating a high-speed chase or just a police chase in general with a 10-month-old. It's the same story. We've heard this story before. We've heard this story from the child being just months old. You feel what I'm saying? We've heard the child being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years old. What is going on? What passes do we as the community give these 2 19-year-olds? Do we give them a pass for not only jeopardizing the 10-month-old life, but, crashing, jumping out, running, leaving the baby? You're going to leave the 10-month-old baby. Because when the charges are recommended from the district attorney's office, the time that you may be away from, and I'm not sure, it doesn't say if the 2 19-year-olds were the mother and father of this 10-month-old infant or not. But if one of them are, if it was, I'm not sure if it was a boy and a girl, a young man and a young lady, I'm not sure. But if one of them was a parent or both of them were the parents, where is that going to lead that 10-month-old now? I'm like, to even, what is going through the minds of some of these individuals that are putting so many other people in jeopardy, putting so many other lives in jeopardy. And I'm looking at, again, whatever you may have called yourself not wanting to stay pulled over when the police ended up pulling you over. But to know that you got a 10-month-old, and that's not enough to make you say, you know what, we got to just take whatever it is that's going to happen. You know, we just got to deal with it. You know, we can't put this baby, whether it's their baby or not, we can't put their life in jeopardy. It's one thing if it's just you and you want to make a foolish mistake. If you want to take a crazy reaction to being pulled over. But you knowing, and y'all run, like y'all didn't, you crash, you didn't jump out, grab the baby and start trying to run with the baby. You leave the baby in the car. You ain't checked to see if the baby is okay. I'm sure with the impact of the crash that the baby is probably crying, and all you could do, are we going to be, oh, because they young. Stop. B. Bruce said, I won't blame the passenger. However, was the child in a seatbelt? Not sure. So you won't blame the... Call in 833-212-1017. I need to know y'all thoughts, Truth Nation. I need to get your opinions on this. What were the wrong things that took place in this situation, and how should it have been handled? 833-212-1017. This is it's so common now. It's so common. Locked in Lovely said, dang-gone Vin Diesel movies and Grand Theft Auto got everybody thinking they can outrun the police. Sincere Ronnie Ray Rio says, shaking my head, God awful, hashtag eyes wide shut. Mario Thompson, great afternoon, love you, appreciate you, said, sad that this chase crap has become normal around here, shaking my head. You know, again, 833-212-1017. That's our Truth Talk text lines. I need to hear from y'all because I know how I feel about it. I know how I feel about it, and I definitely want to find out how y'all feel about it. And because something got to change. We've got Chung on line one. Great afternoon, Chung. Love you, appreciate you. You hear the topic. What's your truth?
Yes, brother. Good to be on today. This is causing a lot of anxiety for me when I hear this. I done lost like 3 family members to police violence and all this type of violence, and I just, you know, and I'm over here in this house, man. You know what I mean, and I'm grieving, and I hear him talking to me. The people that I lost, I hear him talking to me in his house. I hear doors closing. I hear him running through this house, and it's causing anxiety. And I you know, if everything is happening like this, you know what I mean, what are we supposed to do?
Have you looked at trying to call or go to one of our mental health complexes to try to get some therapy? Like, it sounds like you definitely need therapy, because that is not, you know, I mean, I understand and condolences to all of those people that you may have lost. But I think that when it's affecting you to this level and to this degree, and the things of, you know, hearing the voices and things of that nature, I think that's something that a professional needs to definitely, you need to get in contact with somebody, even if you call 211 and just ask what is a number that you can speak with somebody, because they got mental health crisis phone lines and information as well. And I would definitely, because of the amount of loss that you have, had to endure, that you end up utilizing those services and let them try to help and lead you to a place that can kind of help you and you can deal with some of those issues that you are dealing with right now. Again, the deepest condolences, but please don't let yourself go unchecked, because we're talking about 3 people who were murdered over the weekend, and the alleged person that did this was someone that the community says has had mental health issues. And so I don't want you to end up talking about God told me this and God told me that, and I'm taking you with me and all of that. So I want to be proactive instead of reactive. But thank you for your call. I got to get ready to take care of some bills. Brian, I see you on the line. I'll come to you after we take care of some bills. It's the award-winning 101.7 FM Tory Lowe Show. I'll be black.
You are listening to the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This is 101.7 The Truth's Kyle Wallace, and the time is now, Milwaukee. Truth to Power is your platform, and on my show, our community always has a voice. There is no topic that is off limits, and I always give you my authentic opinions on how I feel, because keeping it real is the only way I know how to get down. Listen to Truth to Power with me, Kyle Wallace, every day from noon to 1 p.m. on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube at 101.7 The Truth. Milwaukee Black Talk.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 101.7 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. As an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axehousing.org. That is ACTS housing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Your home has been working hard for you. Now it's time to let it work a little harder. With a home equity line of credit from Brewery Credit Union, you can turn the equity you've built into smart solutions. Pay off high-interest debt, remodel your kitchen, or take care of life's unexpected expenses with flexible access to funds when you need them. Apply today and put your home's value to work for you. Visit brewerycu.com or stop by Brewery Credit Union. Equal housing lender. Federally insured by NCUA.
Milwaukee College Prep, redefining what's educationally possible so more children can pursue their dream. Join me, Craig Karmazin, and Milwaukee College Prep Thursday, October 23rd at Venue 3 at the 3rd Street Market Hall, and take a stand in closing the opportunity gap for Milwaukee scholars. Your support means quality education is accessible to over 2,000 scholars in Milwaukee. Enjoy food, drinks, and a chance to learn more. Purchase tickets at 2025 takeastand.givesmart.com. That's 2025 takeastand.givesmart.com.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Welcome back to the award-winning 101.7 FM Tory Lowe Show. I am your cousin sub of the day. I'm a club sub, the legendary Home of Blow. Sponsored by Cousin Subs. We're inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. Of course, Brian, thank you for holding on the True Talk text lines, 833-212-1017. Great afternoon, Brian. I love you. I appreciate you. You hear the discussion. What's your truth?
My truth is this, and thanks for taking my call.
Mm-hmm.
I think the problem in Milwaukee with our youth and our general population in Milwaukee, I'm talking specifically about our general population in Milwaukee, our black population in Milwaukee specifically. I think, I know the problem is access to counseling is one thing, but access to good counseling is what we need. The traditional methods of counseling that they do now in this city for people that have cognitive mental problems or behavioral problems is not designed to solve the problem in a couple of weeks or a couple of months. It's designed like a construction contract. You know how you never fix the roads completely? You fix them so you can keep coming back over and over again? I think that's the same thing that's going on cognitively with the counseling and the services that people get that have mental problems to start with. That's the type of counseling. We got the wrong type of training with police. Police don't know how to deal with people that have certain problems that they don't like. The training is wrong. Okay? The training has to accommodate the type of clientele you have. And they don't have that type of training. The type of training they have in police academies, I know I'm getting off the top a little bit, but I'm going to bring it right back. The type of training that they have from police academies came from the 40s and 50s, okay? The same type of counseling and preparing people on how to solve problems came from the 40s and 50s. Nothing's changed in darn near 60 years when it deals with people's cognitive problems. We need modern day counseling to folks. Maybe we need to get Charleston White in most of these schools and tell people how to act and give personal opinions and solve certain things like that. Because the type of counseling that we have now to help people, the type of treatment and the type of drugs that are out here now just don't coincide with the type of humans we have on the planet in Milwaukee today. That's why nothing seems to work. You keep having all these crazy acts. I mean, who leaves their child in the car and runs away? I mean, this stuff that happens now just boggles my mind.
Yes, sir.
Nothing like this would have happened back in the 80s.
Yep. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate your call. Yeah. Al said, I'm so lost. Barbara, great afternoon. Love you. Appreciate you. Also, Alfonso, great afternoon. Love you. Appreciate you. Said jail is too comfortable. It's more of a flex. Look, Ann Lovely said, yep, those young people need to go to jail. So sorry for that baby. DE said, yes, it's ignorant, Homer, but I believe it's that GTA, the video games. I think they be thinking they're going to get away, but then the plan don't go as well, but the plan never go well. Carolyn Neely said they need to go to jail. And Mao the Elephant said, so this is why my car insurance went from $95 to $200. I have no words at this point. It's crazy. But again, we are all out here together, so we got to come up with something. We got to come up with something, and I believe yes, harsher and stiffer penalties. I believe that is what is needed. But then there's a portion of our community that said, no, that's not what's needed. We need to do this and we need to do that. But when I see. And I guess I'm looking at it from seeing the police reports, the criminal complaints, and showing the amount of times that they've been arrested for the same offense. And it's like, but they were released on bail. That's why when I read a lot of these criminal complaints, it says, bail jumping, felony bail jumping, misdemeanor bail jumping, because they are getting out and doing some of the same crimes that got them a court case in the first place. So those people, they are, in my opinion, they're not getting it. And as I said, I would rearrange some of the things that would happen while they are locked up, because we talk about the mental health counseling. We're talking about there's no rehabilitation or whatnot. So they would have to be forced. They wouldn't get to watch the regular shows that some people get to watch. You don't get to watch Baddies. You don't get to watch Love and Hip Hop. You don't get to watch the Real Housewives, or some of these different reality shows that are just not, in my opinion, mentally healthy for people who are dealing with some mental health issues. I don't think that those programs help that situation, but people gravitate to them all the time. People mimic them all the time. People want to get into other people that you ain't even in their tax bracket, but you are more concerned about them beefing online, them talking about this. They got the money. They not about to be evicted. They car runs. They got several cars, and they all run. They're not worried about where their next meal is coming from. They're not worried about being fired from their job. Then what am I going to do? They not even having those kind of problems. Some of our problems ain't they problems, period. But we seem to just get caught up in all of that. And when we talk about, mental health, there are, again, some free mental health clinics. County Executive David Crowley made sure that he announced the program when you can go and get some mental health. But you got to go. You got to go get it. You'll hear so many family members that talk about their loved ones that may have mental health problems, and they won't take their medicine. They were supposed to go here, but they don't go. So now we're left to deal with them in our community. And when things go bad, we hear from some of the people in our community talking about, y'all didn't have to do that. They didn't have to do this. They didn't have to do that. Well, y'all, listen, I can appreciate the old school. I can appreciate the old school when the people that were the problem in the family, they lived in a room upstairs. They lived in a room. Their food was brought up. They were not to come out of that room except to go use bathroom and things of that nature. Everybody knew. Don't go up there. Don't, da-da-da. Well, Uncle, yeah, yep, nope, he's in that room for a reason. I mean, it wasn't locked to where it's, he can't open the door or she can't open the door. But again, they knew that there were issues. They knew that they had to make sure that every day he got or she got the medicines that she needed to take, all of that. I got to get ready to take care of some bills. We'll be coming back with hour 3. We got to do better. We got to do better, and we got to make sure that if you're saying they don't, we got some black people that are therapists. We got to utilize what we got. We'll be black.
Come in with straight truth.
If you acted up, if you were out here doing any kind of foolishness or just something that people know would make your family's name look bad, your neighbor from down the street, if they see the son or daughter, be like, what are you doing? They gonna call you out. They gonna let you know that they saw you, and then they gonna tell you, come here. Now you know I'm gonna tell your daddy.
That part.
There are a lot of times when people are new to an area, they don't know where to plug in. And anybody who plugs in the 101.7 The Truth and listen to you and Dame and Truth Nation would know that there is a significant public outcry when violence happens in our community. Don't worry about the outcry if you're not listening to the right people. So I would encourage her to tune in to 101.7 The Truth and listen to you guys, Denise Thomas, Dr. Ken Harris, Tory Lowe, and definitely Sherwin Hughes every day.
Watch all your favorite 101.7 The Truth shows by subscribing to 101.7 The Truth on YouTube.
When I was diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma, I had so many questions. I didn't even know that it was cancer. Now I do. It is cancer. Blood cancer. It's actually one of more than 100 different types, and they're all treated differently. Now, unlike some other forms of cancer, usually there's no tumor. You can't screen for it to prevent it, and the symptoms can look like other things, so it could be hard to diagnose. I had a fever for weeks. I was so tired all the time. I didn't feel like eating or doing anything else for that matter. And I know that this can feel scary. But if you know what to look out for, you'll know what to tell your doctor. And you'll feel more empowered to take the next steps. Like getting in touch with the people who know the ins and outs and can help with everything blood cancer related. Blood Cancer United. They work one-on-one with each person who reaches out to answer questions and offer resources. Blood Cancer United was there for me, and they can be there for you.
Go to bloodcancerunited.org to learn more.
Dad's gonna be far side, good.
What should I do with my dress?
Do little wiggles. The slate's coming in.
What does it feel like when you're down or having a bad day?
It feels sad, like you just don't want to do anything.
All my little emotions in my head is just running crazy. I don't know what to do.
As a teacher or coach, do you ever feel overwhelmed supporting kids' mental health?
I had never experienced players being so down that they can't even participate.
He's just in tears in the huddle. I didn't know what to do.
Teachers need tons of help.
Kids Mental Health Foundation offers educational materials to help guide conversations with our students.
It's so important that we are constantly educating ourselves.
It's the same as the CPR class to me. We're trying to save a life here.
The Kids Mental Health Foundation has free tools and information developed by experts because kids' mental health starts with all of us. Scan the QR code or check out kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org to get started.
Milwaukee's Black Talk lives here. You are listening to 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory, Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory, Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
We're black. The legendary home of blow. Reginald Jones, great afternoon. Love you, appreciate you. Of course, on the studio text and talk line, we've got, Marvin Jenkins. Great afternoon, Marvin Jenkins. Another Marvin. He said, you can't help anyone who doesn't want mental help. Not everyone can be saved. Some need to be in jail. I agree. Where the counseling and all of that can, continue. But yeah, something has to give. And the Angels advocate, great afternoon. Love you, appreciate you. On the text page, 833-212-1017, he said, it's a joke. He said, they got caught. The baby turned him in. Snitching a baby. But Reginald Jones said there's a huge crash on 35th and Wisconsin Avenue right now. Full-size SUV has capsized. No idea of casualties at this point. And we're going to try to post the pictures. Yeah, we're going to post the pictures. And thank you, Reginald. These are pictures from the accident that is currently being looked at right now, where the SUV is capsized upside down on the roof, not knowing injuries or anything to that nature, not knowing if it was just an accident or if there was a chase or any of that. But hopefully the people inside of the vehicle are okay. Hopefully there were no children in the vehicle. Now, some of that for me would change once I get the receipts. Some of that would change after I get the receipts. And people, like, what do you suggest when you got people like, there's a brother that made a video that said that the man who allegedly, and he is in custody, that killed 3 people is his uncle. That's his uncle. But he was saying that they've been trying to get help for years. He said after, after he had to serve some time in prison and said he got out. And he said he had been trying to take care of him on the streets because, he'd be just roaming the streets and making sure that he had something to eat, the whole nine. But how do we deal with those that don't want the help? Because you hear on a regular basis people leaving from facilities because they can't be held. You know what I mean? If they leave, they can go. Because you can't just be locked up for it per se unless you are actually committed to that facility. How can the community help? How do we deal with those particular situations? How do we do that? We're saying that, in jail, what about, jail ain't gonna help. So what can we do as a community, as a village? I told you, there are people that their room is upstairs or their room is in the basement. And they knew, look, nope, we're gonna make sure you take your medicine. How can the community work with some of these people that we know may have mental health issues? And heck, some people that don't even realize that they may have mental health issues because you're trying to deal with the trauma and you're just trying to do mental blocks and block things out. All of these deaths that we are dealing with, whether it's somebody that was natural causes, whether it's somebody that had a health-related disease and they succumbed to those, or they were caught up in the violence that is going on in and around our community, or they were in a violent crash and they lost their life. I have found myself, when people say, I believe Andrew had asked me this before, producer, how many funerals, do you feel like you go to? And for my mental health, as much as I love and respect a lot of these people that have died or lost their life, I cannot. A lot of the services are on the same damn day, at the same time. So visitation from 10 to 11, and then the service. And you can have, and this is no exaggeration. If anybody else besides me has had to make these kind of choices, let me know. Let me know. I might be on an island by myself, but I find myself trying to say, okay, I'm gonna go to, it's 4 people and their services all on the same day. I'm gonna try to go and hit up 2 visitations. And it's crazy when you gotta try to iron it out like that. I'm gonna go to 2 visitations and I'm not gonna make that one. And then I'm gonna go to the funeral of this one. That is crazy. That is crazy, but that is just how much our minds, again, don't get to fully heal. And then we hear about friends and loved ones who their father or their mother passed away, or they lost a son or a daughter or a grandson or you get what I'm saying? Like your mind, how are you gonna, how do you balance this stuff out? And we're continuing to go through trauma after trauma. So we don't even get to we don't get to heal at all because it's just being bombarded. Then when you hear, just like even yesterday, it was we already knew about Shaquille and Quadar Dwayne, that they lost their life on 79th and Appleton. Then last night, there's another story on USFIR saying 7900 block of West Hampton, multiple shooting victims, 1 deceased. 18-year-old male had 4 gunshot wounds to the back, abdomen, and arm. Med 16 had a male shot in the ankle, thigh, arm, and black. And then there was, the deceased. So it was the 18-year-old that had the 4 gunshot wounds. And I believe I saw a post from his mother saying that, she may know who allegedly shot her son. There's somebody else that made a post talking about, you killed my son. There's another 16-year-old male that was shot in the ankle, thigh, arm, and black. Like all of these things, you're dealing with the loss of, you lost some people, all of that. Then you're dealing with the trauma that's going on inside our community. Like, where you have to, and I'm glad that I am a radio personality, I'm a DJ, I'm a talk show host. I can vent, I can get a lot of this stuff out, and I don't have to sit and try to hold this stuff in. A lot of people are sitting here trying to hold this stuff in. I'm going to go to the Truth Talk text lines. We've got Deborah. Deborah, great afternoon. I love you. I appreciate you. What's your truth?
Hi, Homer Blow. Hello, Truth Nation. I just wanted to piggyback off of you when you said where you're on the island by yourself. No, that island is filled. And when I say that, I mean how I went through just last year, it was 5 young men from the ages of 16, maybe up to 19, that got murdered in senseless ways. And I remember when I had to go to 2 funerals on one day. And when I got done with them 5 funerals, because I knew them, I kept them, I seen them grow up and knew their parents and grandmas and everything, I had a mental break. So that led me to isolation, coming back, being able to get back to work and get in the community and dive in and help. But it was not easy. So when you said be careful of all these things you run into and take all this on, you got to be able to handle it. Just because you know the people and love them, you got to process that stuff along with them. So you can't just, bombard yourself and overwhelm yourself. So just try to, stay healthy in mind and spirit and praying. I believe that the whole city of Milwaukee need to get on our knees at the same time and repent and pray out to God, because I just feel like it's a curse, a dark cloud over this city. This was a beautiful city. I'm a native, and what's going on now is just not right.
Right. I agree. Thank you very much for your call, Deborah. I love you. I appreciate you. Going to Al. Al, great afternoon. I love you. I appreciate you. You hear the conversation. What's your truth?
Well, my truth is everything ain't mental health when some people are making these own decisions. Some of these people need to get off this bull sugar honey iced tea, okay? Because, see, everybody is not on this, and everybody don't need to repent, because some people are minding their own business and living their life. Sometimes in life, people decide to drink out the wrong cup and share the wrong juice. And sometimes they come down with strep throat, and that is their fault, not yours. So I can't get upset about a decision when they had the free will to do right. Because I know a lot of times when everything goes from sugar to sugar honey iced tea, is either it's mental health or somebody got to repent. But when they hear that ambulance come, they know how to pull it together real good and run out that house like Gail Devers and get their mental back. Sometimes you just have to make the right decision. See, I can't sit up here and care about you if you don't care about yourself. If you don't care about yourself, I have to stand back and just let you rock so I can keep on going, because you're not pulling me down to the depths of despair with you. I wave at you from looking up, but I can't sit here and get down on my knees and repent when I ain't did nothing wrong. I might want to drink that Jesus juice. Maybe that Jesus juice ain't for you. Maybe you just need to concentrate on living your life.
Facts.
So y'all have yourself a good day, because everybody's problems is not your problems. And if your problems is fine, let them deal with their own problems. Goodbye.
Thank you very much, Al. Way to go to a commercial break. Got to get ready to take care of some bills. I'm going to come back and read some more off the YouTube page. Facebook Live, we see you. We thank you. Make sure while you're there, you like and subscribe. You follow us on Facebook and X. We got to take care of some bills. We'll be black.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
Hey, Truth fam. This is your girl, Melanie Ricks, and I want to remind you to tune into Nothing But the Truth digital show with me, Melanie Ricks, presented by Visit Milwaukee. Every Wednesday at 6 p.m., a new episode drops on the 101.7 The Truth YouTube page. And since it is on YouTube, I hold nothing back. I give you all my hot takes on celebrity gossip and give you the tea on relationships that you don't want to miss. Subscribe to 101.7 The Truth on YouTube so you never miss Nothing But the Truth digital show, dropping every Wednesday at 6 p.m., presented by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world class.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. As an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axhousing.org. That is ACTS housing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Are you ready to live your most radiant life? Join AARP's Luminous Life, a celebration of wellness, empowerment, and community for African American women ages 45 to 65. Discover expert tips on healthcare, hair care, and wealth building, all in one uplifting experience. Visit aarp.org/Milwaukee to register for the October 25th event in Milwaukee and shine from the inside out. Luminous Life, because every woman deserves to glow. Visit aarp.org/Milwaukee for more information today and to register today. That's aarp.org/Milwaukee.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, at 1017thetruth.com.
Welcome, Black. It's the award-winning Tory Lowe Show on the award-winning 1017 The Truth FM inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. I'm the legendary Home Lowe. Hold it down. Tory Lowe will return on tomorrow. The Angels Advocate on the Truth text page said, don't lock them in jail. Lock them in that car until the baby is grown. Eat in that car, sleep in that car, use the bathroom in that car. You want to stretch your legs, walk around in that damn car.
It's like a King Solomon punishment.
Yeah. Marvin Jenkins said, I agree with Al. Religion is the answer when folks don't want to face reality. Yeah, I mean, again, I hear it. I understand. I understand because they run there like, okay, I can do all this crazy stuff and I'm going to be all good. It's like when some people get locked up and they go to prison, and they do go to prison. All of a sudden, they now have become so into the Bible and I found God, and they want to reach out to some of our Muslim brothers, and now I'm a Muslim, and don't play with it, people. Do not play with it. Like, don't play with it. And I think a lot of times, people play with that. They really do. And that's not a healthy game. That is not a healthy game at all. Not at all. So, yeah, and some people, like I say, when you know that people are into this kind of stuff and they're not trying to help you to help them, it makes it difficult. And for those in the community, that's why I say, like, what else do you have for families that are trying to help their family members that may have mental health issues and they just appear to not be able to get help. What is the next thing? What is the alternative to that? So are we going to say that, okay, well, if you can't get help, then the community just got to deal with you and worry about you running around, finding a gun and shooting up people that were there and helping you? You know, from my understanding from the nephew of the man who's in custody for allegedly murdering the two people on 27th and Atkinson, and also a person that was killed on 31st and Hampton. So he's saying, like, look, we tried to get help. We tried to get help, and we couldn't get the help that we needed. We lied and said that he's doing this and he has this, and they said they still weren't getting help. So, like, what do we do as a community if these people, if you don't want to see them locked up or put into a mental health facility? What do we get to do? What should we be doing as the community? How do we protect ourselves? Because some people just throw them out. They'd be like, go ahead on. I tried, but he don't want to do this or she don't want to do this. So what's next? We see women that are going around naked, just randomly. And sometimes that they have a routine. Like you go on 27th and Burleigh, there's a regular routine. There's other streets in our city that it's a regular routine. It's crazy. So we need some real solutions, people. We need some real suggestions and ideas. And I like the fact that let's see. Not really a city girl said, "Ma, I can't get my comment up. Your YouTube is upset with my opinion." I don't know what your opinion was, but and there was another comment where somebody was saying Vent City. I wanted to read that comment in particular because I'm glad that you know that you can come to the truth and be able to get that information, because we do have to be able to let people know our thoughts and opinions. It's not just about us as hosts of these particular programs. If we don't get to hear from the people who we know are directly affected by these things, I think that was B. Bruce. He said, this station is Vent Central. Salute the Karma guy for creating this brand, literally. Yeah, because we have to. We have to be able to speak about it and speak our truth. That's why I'm like, speak your truth. Speak your truth. We need to know what's your truth. Because somewhere amongst all of the different thoughts and opinions is the solution. And sometimes you have to put together, piece it together like Frankenstein. Like, okay, we'll take some of this, we'll take some of that, now let's try this. Let's try it. And that's just real talk. Now, speaking of getting some resolutions done, this governor's race, there are some new faces and some old faces that are popping up saying that they're talking about making a run for governor. The poll that I want to get ready to start right now, one of those people is former Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes. I need to know, and after he ended up running against Ron Johnson, who was not very popular with a lot of people, but he ended up losing to Ron Johnson when he tried to go against him in the election. Do you believe that Mandela Barnes should run again, or should he let somebody else go and just black one of the other candidates? Because I don't know. Like, I get it. Don't give up. Don't give up. I get it. But I think you've been there. You tried that. So do you think that he should run again? Former Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes? Or do you think that he should take his support base and choose one of the candidates that are running and black them? I think that's what he should do. That's just my opinion. But I want to hear y'all opinion. The poll is up on the YouTube page. Do you believe that Mandela Barnes should run again and go for the governor's seat? I think that, like I say, and there's also another new hat going into the ring. For some of you who may be familiar with Columbia Savings and Loans, although he's no longer there, but Will Martin, formerly of Columbia Savings and Loan here in Milwaukee on Fond du Lac and North Avenue. He's announcing his candidacy for governor. So I want to know, what is your thoughts? What do you think? Do you really believe that Mandela Barnes should run again, or should we look at something different and just allow him or ask him, be like, hey, man, why don't you get behind a candidate of your choice? Andrew.
Now, do you feel this way, Homer, because he's already lost an election before?
Yeah.
Little old hat?
Yeah, well, again, when you're in the position, if that is your goals or your aspirations, then I say go for it then. You feel what I'm saying? But now you go for somebody in a Senate situation and you weren't able to garner the votes. And I'm talking about, in my opinion, at a time where Ron Johnson, and still isn't a popular person. He's not a popular person. So you ended up losing to a not popular person. So, you know what I'm saying? So I think that, if those were your aspirations, that he should. And Mandela Barnes is my friend. I love him. I respect him. I've supported him in his run for lieutenant governor and things of that nature. I've supported him. But I just think that in this particular race, which is going to become a crowded field, that he should be able to utilize the support base that he has and help to propel one of the other candidates.
Back in the day, Homer, people would run for office over and over and over, and then they'd finally break through. I feel like today you get one shot at it. You run for an elected office one time. If you don't get it, you're done.
Yeah, well, I don't. It's not that I feel like that, because sometimes because I guarantee you, I really believe that if a lot of people would have knew that we were going to be in this situation, because a lot of us did, about the Orange Man, I think a lot of people right now would change their vote. I think a lot of people that supported the Orange Man would have changed their vote if they would have realized, okay, so even if you have some differences with, and be like, well, now you done fafoed. You done fafoed now. And would you still cut off your nose to spite your face? So I don't, I believe that, you can. You can, but I just think in this particular situation, 833-212-1017. I want to hear from you when I come back. Again, and on the Truth YouTube page, do you believe that Mandela Barnes should run again? He's trying to run for governor. He hasn't fully officially announced it yet, but in an early poll, they were saying he was the top person that people were looking at. So we'll check the tally when we return from paying these bills. So we'll be black.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
My overall experience with Gruber Law Offices has been phenomenal.
The treatment was excellent.
They will be supportive of you. They will listen to you.
It was a great experience knowing that I had people to help me.
I know I could count on them to do what I needed to get done.
Experience with Gruber was great.
They gave me my life back.
It was amazing.
He gets results.
We know how to win. If you've been injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Gruber Law Offices had my best interests at heart.
Hey Milwaukee, it's me, Coach Erica. Are you an author with a story to tell? Join me and authors from around the world at the second annual Black Child Book Fair happening Saturday, October 25th at the Mary Ryan Boys and Girls Club.
Celebrate culture, creativity, and community, and share your books with readers of all ages. Visit blackchildbookfair.com to learn more and register today.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Here is Sherwin Hughes with his truth.
You ever notice how the phrase 9 to 5 sounds just so old school? That's because in 2025, the 9 to 5 is as outdated as a rotary phone. Let's be real. The world has changed, and the way we work has changed with it. The gig economy is booming. Folks are making money on their own terms, driving Ubers, delivering DoorDash, freelancing, and side hustling their way to the bag. And then there's the work-from-home revolution. People are clocking in from their kitchen tables, their favorite coffee shops, or even the beach. Laptops open, pajamas on, productivity up. The virtual office is now the new corner office, and the only commute is from the bed to the desk. Let's not forget about the digital nomads, those bold souls who turn the world into their workplace. They're sending emails from Bali, closing deals in Barcelona, and living life on their own schedule. No time clock, no cubicle, just Wi-Fi and a dream. And 21st century entrepreneurship, well, it's a whole new game. You can launch a business from your phone, build a brand on Instagram, and make more in a week than some folks do in a month without even punching a clock. So who's still working that old 9 to 5 job? People who are resistant to change or maybe just can't adapt. The future belongs to the flexible, the creative, the hustlers who know how to make technology work for them. The 9 to 5, well, that's a museum piece. The real action is happening outside the box, where freedom and opportunity are just a click away.
This has been Truth Takes on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. Jeezy has been making hit songs for over 2 decades, with collaborations with high-profile acts like Jay-Z, DJ Khaled, Drake, and more. But the hip-hop game has changed a lot since he first started rapping. And Jeezy talked to me about how today it's really easy to release a song that immediately reaches a massive audience.
You can make a record in 3 minutes if you like. But the caveat is you can upload that record right there in your bedroom and reach millions of people. It would have took me millions of dollars to reach millions of people.
Jeezy compared the rapid evolution of music tech to advances in the kitchen.
You know, when I came up, we was on top of the skillet, and then there was a microwave, and now there's the air fryer.
And while he's a fan of a lot of new artists, he does warn that quality could suffer from being able to cook up a hit so fast.
When you don't put as much into something, you can't expect it to be there that long.
I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
This Associated Bank Sports Center update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Andrew Zimmel. Monday, Wisconsin Badgers athletic director Chris McIntosh publicly stood behind head coach Luke Fickell, stating in a letter at Wisconsin, "We do not shy away from setting lofty expectations for our teams, coaches, and himself." Former head coach and AD Barry Alvarez echoed McIntosh's statements.
If you've never played, if you've never coached, the first thing you do, things go south a little bit, fire everybody. Then what the hell are you going to do? You're going to bring some knuckleheads in here that don't know anything about anything, and you start all over. Then you're worse than where you started.
And the World Series is set after heroics from Toronto's George Springer to launch the Blue Jays into the Fall Classic matchup against the Los Angeles Dodgers. Game 1 is set for Friday in Toronto. This True Sports Update is brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
We're black. Of course, the award-winning Tory Lowe Show on the award-winning 1017 FM, The Truth. I'm your cousin sub of the day. I'm a club sub, the legendary home Aroma Blow, sponsored by Cousin Subs. We're going to Eddie on the Truth Talk text lines, 833-212-1017. Great afternoon, Eddie. I love you. I appreciate you. What's your truth on Mandela Barnes thinking about putting his hat in the ring?
Well, Homer, let me tell you, I love you, Homer, and I appreciate you.
Thank you.
And I don't care how that sounds, Homer.
No, it's good. I appreciate it.
It's good.
Pause.
Yeah, and you're an honest man. You're a fair man. You work out of a bucket of common sense, and I like that. You're not a narrative guy. You're not pushing an agenda, a woke agenda, a racial agenda. You're about right or wrong, Homer, and that's what I love about you.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you.
That makes sense?
Yep.
Okay, you got it. Okay, here's what I want to say about Mandela Barnes. I am a straight white heterosexual conservative Republican, right-wing Republican male, okay? Now, I don't agree with Mandela Barnes on a lot of things. I've spoken to him a couple of times, and I can tell, even though I'm tolerant of him and curious about him, as soon as he found out I was right-wing and I was on 101.7 all the time, kind of spewing right-wing rhetoric, I could tell his attitude kind of changed towards me. But I have to be honest, okay? At first, I thought he was just a showpiece for the left, okay? Tony Evers is running. Let's get a black guy in there. That'll appeal to the left, but especially blacks in Milwaukee. And does got anything? Is he smart enough to pull this off? He's having some problems in his personal life, but the problems that he was having aren't problems that anybody else wasn't having. You know, maybe late on his taxes. That happens. I've got friends who've done that, you know. Maybe some parking tickets or something. Well, you know, he's just a regular human being running for office. And I hate to say this. I hate to say this about Mandela Barnes, but this guy is brighter than anybody is giving him credit for, especially people on the right. I watched this guy speak a couple of times in front of crowds of people, and this guy, he knows what he's doing. And I think what happens is because he's such a sincere guy, and there's kind of a golly shucks quality about him, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But it comes from his sincerity. You know, people think, oh, is this guy really a politician? He seems like a regular guy, you know? Mm-hmm. But I listened to him talk one time. Oh, my God, it's bright. Mm-hmm. Another time, and I went, Jesus, this guy's bright. And so I don't want him to run again because I think this kid is getting in line to do something big in the state, and I don't like it. Because I'm a right winger, right? Mm-hmm. And that's why I don't want him to run, because the kid has some potential, and even though I don't like his potential, I see his potential. You know, we lived in Milwaukee for years. Michael Jordan was right down the road. Everybody hated the Bulls, but everybody knew Jordan was the greatest player. Right. Now, even if you're a Bucks fan, right, everybody loved watching Jordan. Well, Mandela Barnes is a lot brighter than people are giving him credit for. So I don't want to see him be successful at all because that takes away from me and mine. Okay, Homer? Mm-hmm. On that note, I'm going to go. I want to thank you for having me on the show. I really appreciate it, okay?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I love you and appreciate you. Thanks for the call, Eddie. And on the, again, toll-free number to call in, 833-212-1017, 833-212-1017. On the text page, we've got Marvin that said, Mandela will not get my vote. And Orlo, great afternoon. Love you, appreciate you. Said Mandela deadbeat Barnes needs to get a real job. Ron Johnson is a brilliant, good, honest man. He has business experience. He is focusing now on how to handle the debt crisis. The Democratic Party, one that I could respect, is gone. Stop voting on the basis of race. Also, and Orlo said, what has Barnes done? So, again, we're getting different thoughts and opinions. 833-212-1017. Right now we're asking, and what is the poll looking like? Do you believe that, would you support Mandela Barnes if he decides to run officially? There's been speculation. He's kind of hinted around it. but he hasn't said for sure. Would you vote for Mandela Barnes, yes or no?
75% say no, Homer.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Does that surprise you?
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It doesn't surprise me because, again, although I can't, my job is not to try to change anybody's opinion, because I believe that we all have a right to our opinion, and we should be able to speak it, even if I disagree with it. But I think a lot of people that may be saying no are probably feeling like I feel about it. You know what I mean? That, hey, opportunity was given. Let's get something fresh in there and give them a fair chance. Give them a fair chance to get in there. I mean, elections come around. Like, we got another 3 years at Orange, man. I mean, so like them, love them, or hate them, it's another 3 years. We got another 3 years. All right. Going back to the True Talk text lines, 833-212-1017. The Town, great afternoon. I love you. I appreciate you. You hear the discussion and about Mandela Barnes and whether he should get into the race or not. What's your truth?
What up with you?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I'm blessed, bro. I'm blessed.
For sure, all day, bro. Much appreciated everything you do. And Mandela Barnes, man, he need to be up in office somewhere in Wisconsin, because like the guy said before, he seems like he does. He is a nice guy, and he is smart. He is so smart. I don't like how his own people did him during his Senate run, because if they would have won that, man, we would, you know what I'm saying? Democrats would have more power. It would have been more power to probably stop some of this stuff right here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But they threw a whole bunch of dirt on his name or whatever like that. And I don't see why they did that for. You know what I'm saying? I don't see him messing with like any other people that our community would not like or nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it was it seemed like a whole bunch to do about nothing on his name, and we fell for it, and we didn't go out there and support him enough. So he should definitely put his head in the ring. Maybe he might not win or whatever like that though, but at least he can keep the other people honest too, because he is smart, he's intelligent, and he's been in the governor's office before, so he knows the inner workings of the office. That's my time, man. Peace.
Yep. All right, thank you. And I understand those things, but again, my thought is that when we put too many hats of people that we know and we like in the ring, it really takes away from the chances of somebody else getting in there. Like sometimes in certain elections, I think that people are put in as plants, to divide the vote. So we all go and a person that maybe should have made it pass, you get what I'm saying, the initial election doesn't get there. I think about former Mayor Pratt. Like when he went in as the interim, it was so much love, respect, and support. Like it was an overwhelming turnout. Like, yeah, this is going to be our mayor. It continued because, he was put in an interim situation. But when it came time for the actual election, it was like that support was like it didn't even exist. I mean, I couldn't even believe the numbers and the differences from how many votes he had got initially to when he needed the votes to go ahead and get the seat and be official in there for his own full term. It's like the votes did not show up. But, there was also other people, trying to vie and jockey for the position. And I think that sometimes we cut off our nose to spite our face when those kind of situations happen. I think I would use that influence that I have and support another candidate, but at least I can tell them what you need to watch out for when you get there, because this is coming, that's coming. We got to get ready to take care of some bills. Are we at bill time? Yeah, we're at bill time. We got to take care of some bills. I'm always conscious of these bills, because if I don't pay these bills, I won't have any meals. See, a simple rhyme. Bills and meals. And I don't get EBT, so I need to get all my meals. I'll be black.
You are listening to the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
So let me ask you, when the government, and again, I'm doing the air quotes, tightens the belt, who's standing underneath the belt when it snaps back?
This is The Truth Unfiltered with Denise Thomas and Dr. Ken Harris.
Don't want you to agree. Honestly, should I be transparent? I don't really care if you agree. I, like you, want to be heard.
Sundays starting at 7 on 620 WTMJ and Mondays at 6 on 1017 The Truth.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. As an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axehousing.org. That is ACTS housing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
The WIAA football playoffs is here, and you know what that means. Win or go home. Tune in this Friday night as the 7th-seeded Marquette Hilltoppers begin their quest for a state championship as they travel to take on the 2nd-seeded Sussex Hamilton Chargers. The football action kicks off at 7 p.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Marquette Hilltoppers football is presented by Gruber Law Offices and sponsored by Left's Lucky Town, C.G. Schmidt, Capital Insurance Agency, Boyle Fredrickson, Annex Wealth Management, Magic Productions, and Burghardt Sporting Goods.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Bucks basketball is back. A brand new season of big games, electric matchups, and unforgettable moments starts now. There's nothing like Bucks basketball at Fiserv Forum. The energy, the thrills, the slam dunks, and buzzer-beating three-pointers. Don't miss your chance to be part of all the on-the-court, cheering crowd, fear the deer excitement. Get your tickets today at bucks.com/tickets. That's bucks.com/tickets.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, at 1017thetruth.com.
I'm black. Welcome to the award-winning Tory Lowe Show on The Truth, 101.7 FM, inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. We're talking about Mandela Barnes may be looking to put his hat in the ring for the governor of the state of Wisconsin. Now, he's been a former lieutenant governor, and he also made another run for Ron Johnson's seat, and he lost that. And so my thing is, do you believe that Mandela Barnes should run again or take a run for the governor seat? Yes or no? That's our YouTube page. And Al great point, because that is true, whether some people may know it or not, or didn't look at it like that or not. Al said on the YouTube page, Mandela didn't reach out to black people until he started to lose. That is a reality. That is a reality. I mean, we know he had to go up to all of these other places and things to that nature. We get it. But again, if you look at the community, we didn't start seeing him in those spaces until after it showed that the support was being outweighed by those supporting Ron Johnson at the time. And that's just facts. That is just facts. So, take it how you want to, but it's the truth. And we are here to talk about the truth. So we're going to go to the Truth Talk text lines, and we do have a clip that we'll end up playing, but I want to go to Eastside Corey. Eastside Corey, great afternoon. Hey. I love you. I appreciate you. What's your truth?
Good afternoon, Mr. Blow. How you doing?
I am blessed. I'm blessed.
Yes, you certainly are. Listen, I just did a crash course on this candidate, and meaning that I looked at a couple of his videos from a couple of years ago, and to get a feel for. He seems like a very bright young man. I like his demeanor and his presentation. It just seems like I'm not sure exactly. There's something negative. I can't remember what it was or what happened that caused some sort of controversy. Maybe I have to do some further research, but I do know he knows his way around the Capitol and knows the position, and seems like he would be the next person in line if he was still under the current governor's wing, so to speak. But he seems awful young to be a governor. You know what I'm saying? I think Ron Johnson would probably be a more experienced governor if he so desired, but I think he's pretty married to being senator. I'm not sure, but I'd have to do a little bit more information. I'm always wondering what do the candidates do when they lose? What do they do in between time, before the next election, or do they get involved? Are they like a Tory Lowe? Do they get real into the community? Do that?
Yeah, Eastside Corey, that is the multi-million-dollar question, because I always ask that of candidates who said that if I'm elected as an alderperson, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and as soon as they don't end up getting the position, I don't hear from them anymore. All of this of I'm for the community, and I'm doing this, and I'm doing that. When they don't get the position, I don't hear from them anymore until another election arises, and then their name pops up again because they want to run again. But my thing is, if you're doing the work, then we should be hearing your name ringing all the time. We should be hearing about the things that you are doing. People should be able to bear witness and say, look, they done this and they're doing this. Even though they didn't win the election, they're still doing this. They're still doing that. And it's almost like some of the people, in my opinion, be like, okay, y'all didn't pick me. Forget y'all. Now, it's not for everybody, but I really feel that way about a lot, because a lot of people get to talking about what they're going to do, and I'm going to do this, and and my thing is, okay, so you didn't win. So now why not work with the elected official who did win and stay on them and talk about these other programs of why they should be implemented and how they can support you in getting these things accomplished. Don't fade to black and disappear. They fade to black a lot of times, and you don't even hear about them anymore. And that's not cool. I need to be hearing about the things that you are still doing. I think that the reason that a lot of things come up and people end up contacting me saying, hey, we want to recognize you for this, it's because I have remained relevant. I am continuing to do things for my city and my community all the time. Whether somebody was to recognize me for it or not, you're going to hear that Homer Blow is doing this, Homer Blow is doing that, Homer Blow is doing that. When I get on these airwaves, Homer Blow is doing this. Homer Blow is bringing up this. Homer Blow is giving us a chance to talk about this. He's keeping us involved. So you can't just be part-time when it's time for an election. Andrew.
So you're telling me I should start selling my Homer Blow for mayor shirts?
No, because I don't want to be the mayor. Listen, I tell people always say, hey, you should be the mayor. You should run for office. No, because in my opinion, I would not be able to be as effective as I am on this side. I'm not able, because you got to tailor your message. You got to tailor your language. And I'm not willing to do that. I'm going to keep it real to the next level. So, I understand when I'm in the terrestrial realm, because I've been blessed to be in radio 34 years and counting, what the do's and don'ts are, because I had to make sure that my team at that time followed those guidelines. So I know, and I just need to be able to talk to my people real, raw, to where they understand it. Even if people on the outside don't understand it, my people know. They know exactly where I'm going. They know exactly those that may agree and those that may disagree. They understand where the heart is. They understand what my intent is, and the purpose is not to try to bring my community down, but letting them know that, hey, we are the ones that are going to change these things. You can't keep talking about somebody else that got their foot on your neck, but that's who you waiting to come save you. No. We've got the tools that we can save ourselves, and we can understand that some of the people, just because they look like us, they ain't going to get to go with us. And it's just the facts. It's just facts. So instead of clouding the race, that's why even when I'm talking about different subjects, I say I need to wait until I get the receipts. I don't want to end up having to come on the air whenever I'm on the air here at The Truth and say, I need to make a retraction. I want to apologize to the family of, I want to apologize to this corporation. I want to apologize. I don't want to have to do that. I want to, if I'm the 8th person that ends up talking about a subject or a situation, I'm cool with that. As long as I got the proper information, as long as I am trying to feed my community, feed my people the right nutritional meal. You feel what I'm saying? I don't care about, oh, you got this and that. No. I'll pass. And when those subjects that are right now that are up, if I don't have all of the information, I'll simply say, you know what? I don't have enough information on that. I'm also not afraid to, when a topic or a subject comes up, and if I have a co-host or not, or somebody from Truth Nation say, Homer, what do you think about this? I'm not fluent enough in that conversation to have that conversation. I can't have the verbal combat with you that someone else is. And I will say, you know what? Have that conversation with this person. Have that conversation, because I don't know everything. I know a lot, but I don't know everything. And nobody knows everything. That's how life goes, man. And it looks like another one. So what was the final results of that poll as we get ready to wrap this up?
67% say they would not want to see Mandela Barnes run again.
Yeah. So again, but that's the thing about elections. That's the thing about voting. You can say one thing and you can go in there and mark something else. But just make sure you go use your right. You know what I mean? Go in there and support. If you think it'll be a great thing, then that's who you should vote for. A lot of people thought that the Orange Man was a great thing. Some of them still think it is. I knew that it wouldn't be, and I have been proven why it wouldn't be. Listen, Tory Lowe will be black in his captain's chair on tomorrow. Coming up next, we've got The Truth with Dr. Ken Harris, Truth in the Afternoon, award-winning on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. If nobody has told you that they love you today, I want to let you know that I love you, and I want you to please have a safe and nonviolent remainder of the afternoon, evening, night, or early morning. And hopefully the things you have to talk about in the near future won't have to be within our minute degrees of separation. My brother, Dr. Ken, is up next. Andrew, thank you for a great show. Truth Nation, thank you for allowing me to fill in for Tory Lowe. Pow!
Truth Nation, it's time to elevate the conversation at our second annual Truth Summit happening Saturday, November 15th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.